mic on, do a sound check real quick.
Okay.
It goes blurry and then it's not blurry.
Check.
There we go. Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you. Try now. I still can't hear you.
And
Can you hear me?
I can hear you better. I just got a short in that. It just cleared up.
How about now? Hello.
Yeah, well, the other sports do.
Hello.
Oh, we got that.
There
There we go.
Now I can hear you.
And I can hear you.
Perfect. Okay, I'll call Colton and see if we're ready to go.
What time is it?
3:29.
Ooh, how about that? 1 minute to spare.
Yep.
You should have lost today.
Hey, it's Cullen. How we looking? Okay, we'll get going then. We're double overtime for the JV, but yeah, we're double overtime for the JV, but it'd be kind of fun to have it on there. So, okay, we'll get going. All right, bye.
It's time for Rebel Sports on MyLocalRadio.com and 98.3 KADQ. Rebel Sports is brought to you by Rocky Mountain Power, Ready, Rich School District,
Yep, 8-yard run.
Town of Randolph, Evanston Regional Hospital, Come On In, West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, T7 Propane, Station on Main, Stacy's Repair, Ellingford Brothers, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, Bear Lake Realty, Independent Software Solutions, Jimmy John's, Dr. McKay Franco, Crawford Trop, Woodruff Corner Store, Art Bakery, Mound Valley Cattle Company, and the town of Garden City.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Football, live on MyLocalRadio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ. We just got done watching the JV game between the Rich Rebels and the North Sevier Wolves, and the JV ended up winning with an 8-yard run in double overtime, 32-28.
32-26.
26, excuse me.
Right up the middle for an 8-yard run to cap off the defense that held North Sevier on their second possession in overtime with a sack by Ryland Goff that caused the fumble, but it was fourth and forever. So I'm not sure what that's going to do to the start of the varsity game, Cullen, but that was an exciting end to the JV game in double overtime.
Yeah, it was great to see. So, like I said, we're in Ellingford Brothers pregame show. For all your sand and gravel needs, give Ellingford Brothers a call, 307-789-1515. And with that, we're going to take a little break. We'll be right back with more of your pregame show, the scene set, on this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Football on MyLocalRadio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ on the My Local Radio Sports.
When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement, water troughs, and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are growing
And welcome back to Randolph, Utah, where we are again with Four Brothers Pregame Show on this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on the My Local Radio Sports Network. We are going to go in with the scene set. With that, I'm going to bring in my broadcast colleague, Rob Leifson, to set us up for what is a beautiful day here in Randolph.
It is about 65 degrees. Cullen started out about 28 degrees this morning in Randolph, and it is sunny, and there is no W out there that I can see. That would be the wind word that we're not allowed to say. And I'd say it's a perfect day for a football game. You can see that we are still on the old field. Still going to get a chance to do some things this week. Homecoming on the new field, but it is not ready for a game yet, so we are still in the old school of homecoming right here in Randolph.
Well, and it gives these Rebels a chance to what I'm assuming the last game on this old field. Gives them a chance to go out with hopefully a win today against a bigger North Sevier school. So that is your scene set for today, and we're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back on this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Football, live on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cash back for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When you have an emergency, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Open 24/7, the professional emergency room staff is trained for trauma, medical, cardiac, pediatric, orthopedic, and obstetric emergencies. Bear Lake Memorial is a critical access level 3 trauma center, offering immediate access to radiology, lab services, surgery, and internal medicine consults. The ER teams are well-trained professionals who are ready to act. When you have an emergency, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
It is time for the KADQ Where Are They Now? This is Rob Leifson, and in the booth, I have Brittany Grohl-Pugmire. So, Brittany, let's start first of all. When did you attend Rich High School? And here's the toughest question. What memories bubble up to the top when you think back about your time at Rich High?
So I've thought a lot about that. I graduated in 2008, which feels like yesterday, but then I count the years and it's a lot further away than that. And as I was thinking about some of my high school memories, the biggest thing that comes to mind is not necessarily the memories, but the longstanding traditions and the inclusiveness of the community and Rich High School. And those are the memories that make people want to come back is how the community, how the school, how those traditions and memories make you feel.
And I think that's one of the great advantages of a small school, because that's been mentioned. Just a different feel, different amount of unity and connection because of the size of the school. So I know you were a standout student when you were at Rich High, but what other activities did you participate in during your time at Rich?
I did volleyball, basketball, track, and then I also was on Honor Society, student council, a couple of years. I pretty much did whatever I could. I did the associate's degree. I didn't do any Bridgerland, but look back and probably should have. But if there was something, I was involved.
Which is another kudos to Rich School District with all the opportunities that you get in addition to the education, as being able to be involved in so many different things. All right, so take our listeners down memory lane. You graduate from high school. What happens next to get you to where you are now?
So I ended up at UVU in Orem, and I was there for just under a year, and I met my husband at Gold's Gym, nonetheless, playing basketball. And we got married a few months later, and then we were both working at UVU. While I finished school, I did student teaching, started coaching actually in Orem, basketball. And then I ended up becoming an academic advisor in the concurrent enrollment office at UVU. And I did that for a couple of years until my first kid was about 1. And then I stepped down, and then Steve got into administration in the same office. So kind of worked out well that way, and I was home. About 3 years later, we had our second boy. So we have 2 boys. And then about 3 years after that, we had our third boy. During that time, after we had our third kid, it was about COVID time. We were trying to decide what we wanted in life. I had one. My oldest was in kindergarten at that time, and luckily, things with my husband's work changed. He was able to come and work from Randolph, and the worlds were completely different, especially during that time. So we ended up moving up here. Steve ended up getting a job teaching high school English here at the high school. I ended up coaching, so I think I'm on my 5th year coaching basketball now. We just had another child, and we got our first girl, so we are now happily done with children. You know, we're staying busy. I'm teaching preschool, and we're loving the community. My kids are involved in lots of, probably too many activities, but lots of them, and we love living up here. I did never think I'd get a DC boy back to a small town, but I'm sure glad we did.
Sounds great. So how many years have you been doing the preschool?
This is my 3rd year.
And how many kids?
So I have 13 boys in preschool this year.
Not a young lady in the batch, huh?
Not one, and my 3rd child is in there, and he counts for about 3. So I have 16.
All right. Hey, I appreciate that. That catches us up to where you are now. A couple questions for you. Between being a wife and a mom and a coach and a teacher and everything else you're up to, let's pretend that you get a half an hour of some quiet time. Besides wanting to get some sleep, what would be a hobby or something you'd like to do?
Oh, man, my first thought was sleep.
I took that one away.
Well, I also forgot to mention, I actually work with Brother Leifson at the seminary. As far as a hobby, something I enjoy camping. We figured it was about time with our 4th kid that we actually just bought a camper. So I do enjoy camping and being outside and watching my kids learn how to find things to do when they think they're bored.
Well, you just took one of my questions away, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. So here comes the tough ones.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A or McDonald's?
Oh, definitely Chick-fil-A, not McDonald's.
Camping on the Grohl Ranch or hanging out at a hotel with a swimming pool?
Oh, I would definitely say camping. But my kids do love swimming. Usually I just sit on the side.
Well, Brittany, I appreciate it. I hope our listeners enjoy catching up with some former Rebels to see what they've done since they left high school and where they're now. So we appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you.
For the Where Are They Now segment on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital Coaches Show, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to have a chat with Rich Rebel football coach Lex Tornia, the defensive coordinator. And with that, we will be right back on this T7 propane presentation of Rich Rebel Sports, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
It's the best feeling when you've had a long drive and you see your hotel, the Come On In.
I don't know what's going on, but I've got a music here and
at
here.
the Come On In, you have lots of options. Unwind in the hot tub, go for a swim, relax in the beautiful atrium, and sleep in total comfort. centrally
I don't know what I
located.
did.
The Come On In is
They're not
close
gonna
to
be quiet.
everything. In the morning,
No.
start your day with a
Which is
delicious
fine.
breakfast.
I
Top
don't
it all
want 'em to
off
be.
with an amazing, friendly staff
Because
who
every
is
time I
always glad
unmute
to
this-
see you. It doesn't get better than that. When you're in Casper, always stay at the Come On In.
So is this here? Yes.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
I'm Rob Leifson, and we have the opportunity to talk with defensive coordinator Lex Cornea, giving Coach Tyson Larson a little bit of a break this week from the interview. And Coach Cornea, let me ask you this first. It's homecoming week, and you can think back to your high school days. My question is, how do you keep these young men focused with a car bash and a bonfire and a volleyball game and a parade? And how do you, oh, by the way, we're playing a football game on Friday against North Sevier, by the way. How do you keep them focused with all that going on as a distraction?
In short, you don't. They do. And, I've been around homecoming a lot, and homecoming is built around football and volleyball and like those events. It doesn't feel like it during the car bash and the bonfire, but the coaches can't keep them focused. We have them for 2 hours at night that we can lock them in for. But after that, they need to have a homecoming experience. They need to go do all those things. And it truly is up to them to say, we have work to do this week. What am I going to do tonight? What time am I going to get to bed? What do I need to be thinking about as all of the powder puff and all the great traditions and festivities we have around homecoming are taking place? It really comes down to a 15-year-old kid, 16 or 17-year-old kid having the discipline to say we have bigger work to do. And that's why it's valuable. It's lessons like that you take with you that make this sport worth it.
Well said. Last week, ran into the Mountain View Buffaloes. We knew going in this was going to be a tough match. I can say that their quarterback, Justice Platts, was as good as all the hype was built up to be. What do you see especially from the defensive perspective, that you take away from that tough loss?
Well, I've played against Mountain View for a long time, and this is my third year as a defensive coordinator going head-to-head with their offense. And their offense has always been good. They've always had answers to things, but no offense to their last two teams they've had in Mountain View, but this one is special. The way they execute, the athleticism they're able to put on the field at any moment, and then the intelligence to go execute a high level in multiple formations, really complicated reads. You have to tip your hat to them, and that was a performance they put on. I think they've got really big things ahead of them. That being said, we did not play very well, and it wasn't just the opponent we were playing against. And some of that is you're playing against better athletes than we had seen in our other three games. I mean, Justice Platts, I don't think the word for him is slippery. That's what some of the kids were saying. He's hard to tackle. It's like he's slippery. I don't think it's that. I think he's just strong and quick and explosive. And what a great week to play a team like that. In my own opinion, I think we were getting a little high on ourselves. And so, a little slice of humble pie in the long term does you good, even though it's kind of hard going down. So you'd rather learn from a win, but I look at most teams over history, the biggest lessons usually come from losses. And if we can take it like that and own our mistakes and own the places we were sloppy, I really think this can be a jumping off point and propel us to be a better team in the long run.
There was several plays that it looked like defense had made a sack, 15, 20-yard loss, and then the next thing you see the ball flying out into the secondary and being caught. But for the most part, other than a couple plays, the defense did hold up and didn't give a lot of big plays up, but Mountain View earned everything they got. It was a tough battle. There's a lot of players that are a little bit banged up from that one, and it was one of the better teams we've seen for sure, if not the best we've seen so far. And if I remember right, the theme for this Rebel year is hungry and humble.
Well, we say hungry and humble, but this week it might be the week to change places on those. But this is not college football where you have to be undefeated to make a playoff. We could build a schedule like that if we chose to. But yeah, I think humble is a good word for us this week. What a great week to learn that lesson on, and a good opponent coming in. The 3 games we played before that, we could still have success despite our mistakes. We were the more aggressive team, a lot of times more athletic team in those 3 matchups, and we could make mistakes and still make it work. Mountain View, I've gone through a lot of the film. Any mistake we made, they punished us for. And man, can you ask for a better game in week 4 with the playoffs ahead and all your goals still in place? I don't think you can.
Excellent. What do we know about North Sevier? 2A, right?
We've got film on their game from Enterprise. They're in a little bit of a rebuild, but I think that they are ahead of schedule is where I put them. They have a pretty mobile quarterback. He throws a good ball. He's not quite Justice Platts, but right now in our area, I don't know who is, except for him. They have a good core of linemen that can make a hole and a running back that you can run through it. They're a good, solid opponent, and after last week, they're smelling a little blood in the water and saying Rich has some vulnerabilities that maybe they didn't show in their first 3 games. So they play good football down there. Big physical kids, and you always love playing a homecoming game as a visiting team because there's nothing better than spoiling a homecoming. So we know they'll be ready. We know they're athletic, but also looking on film, if we play our game and learn our lessons from Mountain View, it's definitely one that is well within reach for us that I think can really go our way.
Sweet. Is there any particular key as far as the defense that you would say we're going to need to counteract X or Y from North Sevier?
I'm kind of focused on our Mountain View game. I think it's too valuable to just move on from. So I've cut up a lot of film and sent it out to the guys, made comments on plays about positioning that I really want to use Mountain View. I have looked at North Sevier, and they are a program that's hungry for wins. But I know they're looking at us and saying, they're trying to exceed expectations this year. And they have the speed and the tools to do it in the look that I've given them so far. But just off the bat, I really think we need to control the line of scrimmage. They are a team that establishes run and then plays pass off of it. If we can prevent that establishment of the run, I think good things will happen for us.
So you've got some other responsibilities on your shoulders. What would you say about the chances for the homecoming float from the freshman class? What are your chances?
Well, I did my freshman year of homecoming under Coach Ralph Johnson, and he was passionate. And I try to bring some of his passion for float building to the freshmen. So I give them some help. They're brand new. They're full of energy. And I tell them that we do not lose at the float. We are all in. We help. We're there to build something that is impressive. We're not there to just find a place to hold hands and get a homecoming date lined up. So I think that we're pretty good. I think the freshmen are poised to win the float this year. I don't want to be too cocky, but we're looking good so far.
Well, you heard it right here on the interview that the prediction is the freshmen will come away with the float award. We'll see when we have the program on Friday how that turns out. Appreciate your time, Coach, and I agree with you 100%. That was a tough matchup with Mountain View, and we'll see what they learn from it. That's what this game's all about. You got to live and learn, put it on the field the next time around, and that will be Friday at 4 o'clock against North Sevier. And that's a wrap.
And we want to thank Rich Rebel defensive coordinator Lex Corney for meeting with my broadcast colleague Rob Leifson earlier this week for that interview. And we want to thank Bear Lake Memorial Hospital for sponsoring our coaches show for us today, and also Ellingford Brothers for sponsoring our pregame show. For all your sand and gravel needs, call the Ellingford Brothers at 307-789-1515. And with that, we are going to take a little break. We'll be right back with the keys to the game for today's matchup between the Rich Rebels and the North Sevier Wolves. All on this T7 propane presentation of Rich Rebel football on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ.
Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides safe, effective, high-quality health care. With many specialty services, Bear Lake Memorial serves patients from prenatal to geriatric. When you need imaging services, including mammograms, CT, and other specialized tests, the MRI suite accommodates patients of all sizes. The large windows provide natural light to help patients have an even better scanning experience. For a complete list of services offered, visit us online at blmhospital.com. Hospital.com. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7 services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane for all your propane needs.
Presentation of Rich Rebel Football on MyLocalRadio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. We are in the middle of your Ellingford Brothers pregame show for all your sand and gravel needs. Give Ellingford Brothers a call at 307-789-1515. With that, I'm going to hand it over to my broadcast colleague, Rob Leifson, for our keys to today's game. Rob, what do you got for us?
Well, the Rebels come in 3-1, Cullen, with that loss to Mountain View last week, and the North Sevier Wolves come in 1-3. And we've talked about in real estate, it's all about location, location, location. And I would say in football last week, it was all about field position, and that was something the Rebels did not have a whole lot of success with. So I would say starting field position for the Rebels is going to be a big key on this one. Number 2 would be the line of scrimmage. Coach Cornea showed me some of those specific plays he was talking about in the interview from last week where the line needs to step up a little bit. They did not come through, so I think that'll be key on this one because that's one of the things the Rich Rebels dominated in the first 3 wins was the line of scrimmage. The last one's going to be turnovers. We were pretty much turnover-free, but that fumble that they gave up to the Buffaloes last week that they took to the house for 6 points was not only a killer on the scoreboard, but it was a killer in the momentum. So I would say field position, take care of the line of scrimmage, and then it's always the turnovers. We saw that in the JV game, that was one of the things that turned the tide when the Rebels were behind. It was a 14-point swing when the Rebels take advantage of a turnover.
Okay, so there's your keys for today's matchup between the Rich Rebels and the North Sevier Wolves. And we're going to take another quick break, and we'll be right back to this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Football on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Rich County, Utah is a place where your neighbors are also your friends. A community where traditions matter and every person is important. These community values translate into an excellent school system filled with caring individuals who are committed to each student and their success in the classroom, on the field, and in life. In partnership with the entire community, Rich School District empowers learners to attain excellence through citizenship, wellness, collaborative teamwork, and academic excellence.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uinta Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
And welcome back to another T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Football on MyLocalRadio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ. We are about 10 minutes away from kickoff time here in Randolph. And I keep getting messages that you guys can't hear me very well, and if that's the case, I'm sorry. We're trying to work through some technical difficulties, but we'll see. We'll do what we can. So, Rob, these two teams haven't seen each other much.
Now, North Sevier is a 2A high school. They do play the 1A category in football with Beaver and North Summit, Duchesne, Kanab, and I would say from what I've learned from the little bit of study I was able to do this week, with homecoming going on, I'll admit I didn't get as much prep time for this football game as I have maybe on some of the other ones. But they're not the elite team of the 1A. That would go to Beaver right now in the last couple of years. But they're definitely a team that has the capabilities to give us a run for our money today. You saw that from the JV game. They're more run than they are pass, but they have some weapons, and it seems like, as always is the case, when you talk about small schools, there's 4 or 5 players that seem to be the key, and they play both sides of the ball, and they're the ones who lead the Wolves in both defense and offensive stats.
Yeah, so I think this is going to be a very good football game today for us, Rob, and very competitive. I'm hoping we're coming through. We're trying to work through this. Sorry, we're all brand new. Rob and I are trying everything we can to do what we can. Hopefully that's a little better there with a few adjustments. We're going to take another quick little break. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Rich Rebels on a T7 propane presentation of My Local Radio. T7 propane presentation on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When you have an emergency, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Open 24/7, the professional emergency room staff is trained for trauma, medical, cardiac, pediatric, orthopedic, and obstetric emergencies. Bear Lake Memorial is a critical access level 3 trauma center, offering immediate access to radiology, lab services, surgery, and internal medicine consults. The ER teams are well-trained professionals who are ready to act. When you have an emergency, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
And welcome back to a T7 propane presentation of Rich Rebel football on the My Local Radio Sports Network. I'm hoping we've worked through all the technical difficulties we've had, and hopefully you guys can all hear me out there in radio and internet land. We're about 6 minutes away from kickoff for this homecoming football game for 2024. And Rob, we're pretty heavy senior-wise.
So is North Sevier. If you look at their roster, it's pretty much all seniors and then freshmen. There's not a lot in between. And that I did have a chance to visit with the coach from North Sevier. Played his high school ball in Hawaii, and then came and played college football in snow in southern Utah, and has a twin brother that was living here in Utah, and they wanted to be by family, so that's what's kept him in Salina to coach for the Wolves. He was an assistant coach before. This is his first year as the head coach, and he did I wasn't able to catch up with him for a recorded interview, but texting back and forth, his kudos were to his senior leadership, who he says has done a fantastic job to try to hold the younger students accountable on the field and off the field, which I think is great when it comes to high school football.
Yeah, that's when you have good senior leadership, it seems like that's when you seem to excel as teams, and it's good to see both teams senior heavy, but then what happens next year and in the future, where the Rebels do have some underclassmen that have really stepped up. You know, you got Hudson Perry, who has been very instrumental in the 3 victories that the Rebels have had. Some of the others, you got Cade Nelson on the offensive line, defensive line. Jack Wakefield has really stepped up on kickoff receive, special teams, everything like that. You've got Dylan Fonsbeck coming up next year, Aiden Weston next year, and you got Jet Holmes stepping in at quarterback once in a while. So the Rebels are I think are going to be pretty good for a few years to come, and I think Coach Tyson Larson's really pleased with what he has seen so far. So,
my apologies if I mispronounced this, but North Sevier's coach is Jay Hayo. One of the things when I asked him about trying to spoil homecoming for the Rebels, he said they got to keep Carter Hoffman in check. He's watched enough film to know that he's the driving force behind the Rebels. He's noticed that he can elude a lot of tackles, and he's a hard one to grab a hold of.
Yeah, and Carter is hard to bring down. He runs really hard. And, honestly, as a Rebel fan and broadcaster, I hope they do key in on Carter because that opens up Drake and Hudson a lot to take off for the Rebels. We are about 3.5 minutes away from kickoff.
Let's maybe keep it here, Cullen. We got the toss going out. As you see your captains, Drake Weston, Riker Hoffman, Carter Hoffman, and Samuel Leifson. Obviously, Riker still wearing that jersey without the pads. I did talk to him a little bit this week. He's recovery mode, but he says it's really still stiff on that shoulder.
Yeah, and it's been tough for him the last 2 years. He's ended up getting hurt in football, and this is the sport he really loves. Kept him completely out of basketball last year, and then the first game of the season, first catch of the season, he goes down for the Rebels. And you feel bad for a kid like that really wants to be out here. So it's good to see, and let's see what's going to happen here. The Rebels won the toss and elected to defer.
Going to put the defense out there first, Cullen, and that's not surprising. We've seen them do that on many occasions, and I would say the Rebel defense is one of the strengths of this team for sure.
Yeah, and with that, we're going to take one more quick little break and come back with the opening kickoff. You're listening to a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Football live on mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 FM KADQ.
Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides safe, effective, high-quality health care. With many specialty services, Bear Lake Memorial serves patients from prenatal to geriatric. When you need imaging services, including mammograms, CT, and other specialized tests, the MRI suite accommodates patients of all sizes. The large windows provide natural light to help patients have an even better scanning experience. For a complete list of services offered, visit us online at blmhospital.com. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
Carter Grohl, number 1, junior.
I'm Nash Perry. I am number 2 and I'm a freshman.
Sam Leifson, number 3, senior.
My name's Wilkes Weston. I am number 4 and I am in the 10th grade.
I'm Paxton Nicodemus, number 5, 10th grade.
Jet Holmes, 6, junior.
Carter Hoffman, senior, number 8.
I'm Zenek Stocking. I'm a senior, and I'm number 9.
I'm Aiden Weston. I'm a junior, and I wear number 10.
Dylan Wasden, wide receiver, DB, junior.
I'm Val Cornia. I'm number 13, and I'm a freshman.
My name is Connor Creel. I'm 15, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Daniel Smith. I'm a senior, and I'm number 16.
Brayden Stokes. I'm a freshman, and my number is 21.
I'm Antonio Maldonado. I'm a senior, number 22.
Drake Weston, senior, number 23.
Riker Kirk, number 25. I'm a junior.
My name is Hudson Perry. I am a sophomore, and I am number 28.
I'm Porter Keach. I'm a junior, and I'm number 30.
Wyatt O'Malley, freshman, 34.
Dylan Fonsbeck, junior. I wear number 35.
I'm Jaron Moon. I'm number 42, and I'm a freshman.
Wyatt Tingy. I'm in 9th grade, and I'm number 48.
Cade Nelson, junior, 50.
Jaden Bell, sophomore, number 52.
Bailey Weston. I'm a sophomore. My number's 54.
Boston Jolly, number 55, junior.
My name is Max Weston. I'm a freshman, and my number is 56.
I'm Jordan Johnson. I'm a senior, and I'm number 58.
Easton Eborn, junior, number 59.
I'm Talon Wilson-Pace. I am a senior, and I'm number 60.
I'm Christian Reese. I am number 62, and I'm in 9th grade.
Traxton Chandler, a sophomore, number 65.
I'm Hunter Cornea. We're number 66, and I'm a freshman.
My name is Rylan Goff. I'm a sophomore, and I'm number 67.
My name is Ian Adams. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 68.
Killer Gal, sophomore, 70.
My name is Breaker Willis. I'm a sophomore. My number is 72.
JJ Chandler, senior, number 73.
Jack Wakefield, junior, number 75.
My name is Scott Wakefield. I am a wide receiver, and I'm number 82, and I'm a freshman.
My name's Tag Stewart. My number is 85, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Dominic Anderson. I'm a senior. I'm a manager.
And welcome back into the broadcast booth for this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel football. Live and online on mylocalradio.com and listening in at 98.3 FM KADQ. And we're just about ready for kickoff here, folks. 12 minutes on the clock. We just had a beautiful rendition of the national anthem. I do believe it was one of our very own cheerleaders that sang it.
Jasmine Ennis.
And it was great. Beautiful day for football, sun shining, and looking at the flags there in the end zone, just a little bit of wind.
Well, the opening home game we had against Gunnison Valley, I think Camry Call and Peyton Clough nearly got blown to Kansas as they tried to hang on to those flags at the beginning of the game. Today there was hardly a breeze out there. It's perfect game weather.
Yeah, it is, and it looks great. And honestly, the field crew here at Rich has done everything they can, and the field looks good.
Do you know anybody who put that little bit of extra football in the end zone there, Cullen?
No, I don't know anything about that.
How about that R in the center of the field?
No, we got her done the other night. Looked pretty good. We were thinking we were going to be up on the new field, Rob, so we didn't have a lot of plans in place. So Dylan Fonsbeck tees the ball up, and we're almost ready to go here in Randolph and on the My Local Radio Sports Network as Fonsbeck raises hands, gets the whistle, runs up, gives the ball a boot, and that is going to be received by, I couldn't see the number there, 21 of North Sevier, at about the 8-yard line as he comes up, dodges a few tackles where he's finally met by Carter Grohl, and can't see who the other one was.
Looks like Tony Maldonado, our homecoming king.
As he got back up to the 35-yard line. So the North Sevier Wolves will take over on the Rich Rebel 35 after that good return by number 21. Oh, I love it when they put rosters not in order for me. James Crowley was a great return, and he's under center. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, and that's going to be a one-handed catch by number 5. Caden Johnson gets across the 50 to the 43-yard line.
I've got number 5 is Brody Bullock, Cullen, because the roster you've got in your hand is incorrect.
Okay.
And that doesn't surprise me because Brody is one of the key players of this team.
We'll go to the other one then that is in order. And I think that he was brought down there by number 16, Daniel Smith, and that was a heck of a catch there by Bullock. And 15, Ryland Fishneck under center. Hands off to the outside, number 4, where he's going to pick up about 15 yards, taken down by Daniel Smith on that left side of the field. He gets all the way up to the Rebel 24-yard line. So that's another
20-yard pickup.
Another first down for the Wolves. As Frischnick is under center once again. Sends 34. Cameron Walquist in motion. Hands off to 21. Crowley, he gets the outside. And he's going to be brought down once again by Daniel Smith. And that looks like that's going to be another first down for the Wolves up to about the 12-yard line. So that outside's got to, our defensive ends have got to step up a little bit here for the Rebels. First and 10. Crowley under center, Fishneck under center. And he's going to hand to Crowley, where he's met in the middle by Drake Weston and brought down immediately.
Drake read that one perfectly from the linebacker slot.
Looks like it's no gain, so 2nd and 10 for the Wolves from the Rebels' 11-yard line. Well, it looks like they did give him a yard, so it's going to be 2nd and 9. And we might have to ask the North Sevier announcers here how to pronounce that quarterback's last name, because I don't want to murder it all day. As Crowley takes it around the left side again, where he's going to be 3rd and short, but we got a clock stoppage. See what's going on here. On
Daniel Smith lost his helmet, which means he's got to come out of play.
And I think he was in on that tackle there also, as Aiden Weston comes in for Daniel Smith. That looked like about a 7-yard gain for Crowley. That's going to be 3rd and 2 from about the 6.
4.
Crowley around the outside again. Is he going to make... It's going to be a first down, but he's going to be shy of the goal line there, Rob. Met by a couple Rebels.
Looked like Jet Holmes, number 6.
That's going to be 1st and goal for the Wolves. Probably, it's less than a yard, about 6 inches. Well, now that he puts the goal marker up, it might be a yard. 9:10 on the clock. Quarterback under center once again, and I don't want to murder his last name anymore. So he takes a snap, and he's going to hand off to 45 left side. And that's going to be Xander Christensen for the 1-yard run and the score. That's going to put the Wolves up 6-0 with 8:57 left on the clock. As looks like we got a T coming out, so they're going to come up and attempt the point after touchdown. And looks like Crowley's the holder. And Braden Hammond, the kicker. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. And it is good. So that's going to bring the score 7-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. North Sevier 7, Rich 0. And we're going to take a quick break on this T7 propane presentation of Rich Rebel football on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ.
Welcome to the town of Randolph, located in northern Utah. The first group of settlers came from St. Charles, Idaho in March of 1870. We are a town of great extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 degrees in the winter, and we hold the record for the coldest temperature ever recorded in Utah at minus 50 degrees. Randolph is a small, friendly community that strives to preserve our rural heritage and small town feel. Enjoy the feeling each time you visit Randolph. Go Rebels.
And welcome back to this T7 propane presentation of Rich Rebel football on the My Local Radio Sports Network. And we got Braden Hammond to kick for the Wolves. They're in a tight formation. Maybe, well, they run up to the line and then they spread out. We got Hudson Perry and Drake Weston. Hudson standing on his own 10-yard line. Drake on the 5 as Hammond takes a run up, boot to the ball. Drake Weston's going to bobble it. Picks it up about the 4-yard line where he is hit at the 10 by, that was number 34.
Cameron Walquist
on the tackle, and great coverage. So the Rebels are going to start deep in their own territory on their 10-yard line.
Which is exactly what we talked about in the pregame show at Cullen. We didn't want to have to start with bad field position.
Let's see what the Rebels can come up with here. Got some big old boys there on the defensive line for North Sevier, so our offensive line definitely has their work cut out for them today. And Carter Hoffman in the shotgun. takes a snap, and he's going to, just a design draw, he cuts back to the left where he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Ran 10 yards to pick up the line of scrimmage.
And he told us he was going to the coach told us they were going to concentrate on Carter, so good start there for the Wolves. So we got one receiver right, bunch trips to the left. Carter in the shotgun takes the snap. That's going to be another designed run to Carter up to that right side where he's going to gain a few yards, where he's hit and tackled by number 60, Crew Champman.
And I'd throw number 21, James Crowley, in on that tackle as well.
As Carter picked up about 4. So that's going to bring 3rd and 6 for the Rebels from their own 14-yard line. 7:47 left and running in this first quarter. 7-0 North Sevier on your Station on Main scoreboard as Hoffman takes a snap, drops back to pass, looking. He has Fonsbeck wide open out to the right. Fonsbeck tries to make one man miss, which he doesn't do, but he gains quite a few yards up to the 36-yard line, so that's going to be first down Rebels.
23-yard pickup. And I think that's a play they were working on quite a bit this week. Cullen is trying to get to the tight end, Dylan Fonsbeck.
So from the 36, 1st and 10 for the Rebels. Carter Hoffman under center. Sends Sam Leifson in motion, and he's going to quarterback keeper right up the middle, but he's going to gain a couple yards, which that's pretty much a fallback for the Rebels. They don't mind that quarterback sneak. So that looks like a gain of about 3 up to the 39-yard line. 2nd and 7 for the Rebels as they break the huddle. Hoffman's going to line up under center. He's got Hudson Perry behind him. Sends Drake Weston in motion, hands the ball to Drake Weston, where ball gets on the ground. And it looks like
Drake got back. Oh, no, 73.
73.
J.J. Chandler.
And the Rebels are going to lose a yard. So that's going to be 3rd and 8 from their own 38. Hoffman under center. He's got 2 receivers left. 1 receiver right. Hudson Perry in the backfield. Takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to run, and he's going to pick up the first down. Carter gets up to the 49-yard line where he's brought down by number 16, Coy Wasden.
So Carter's 4th carry for 18 yards, and heavy dose of Hoffman as usual.
And Hoffman breaks the center. He's got 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Hudson Perry in the backfield, under center. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Perry. He's dropping back to pass. He's got some pressure. He brings it back to this left side. He's going to tuck and run with a great block by Drake Weston. But big number 50 steps up. Cooper Thurston brings Hoffman to the ground, but we do have some laundry on the field right at the 50-yard line. So I wonder if this is going to be a hold for the Rebels, or blindside block in the back would be my guess for.
You'll hear number 50, Cooper Thurston's name quite a bit today. Cullen, number 50. He is a senior and leads the team with tackles.
So on that first down play, we have a penalty. Officials are discussing there on the field. It's going to be a block in the back on the Rebels.
We'll see if that's a spot foul.
No, that's going to be from the original line of scrimmage. Should be the 40. Well, 10 yards, so 49. Or 39, so that's going to be spot on the 39. So that's going to bring up first down and 20 for the Rebels as they break the huddle. The officials aren't quite ready to go. Hoffman's got 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Perry in the backfield. Waiting on the official's whistle. He gets it. He's under center. Sends Drake Weston in motion to the right. He's going to hand off to Drake. Drake dances in the backfield a little bit, makes a couple guys miss. He's gained about 5 yards to the 44-yard line, where he's tackled by number 50, Cooper Thurston, once again on that tackle. So that's going to be 2nd and 15. Oh, they're going to give him 6 to the 45. So that's going to be 2nd and 14 for the Rebels from their own 45-yard line. Hoffman breaks the huddle. 2 receivers right, 1 left. I formation in the backfield. Hudson and Drake Weston fakes and that's going to be an end around that is read perfectly by number 18, Braden Hammond, and he meets
Samuel Leifson, number 3. And Hammond is another one. You're going to see his name all over the stat sheet.
So that's going to be a tackle for a loss for Hammond. Back to the 41-yard line. Brings up 3rd and 19 for the Rebels. Hoffman breaks the huddle. He's got trips left, a single receiver to the right. Hudson Perry to his left in the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back. He's got some pressure. Finds Hudson Perry on a little screen play. And flag flies in the backfield. Hudson's battling and battling. We got another flag flying. Hudson's brought down at the North Sevier 46-yard line, but we have 2 flags on the play. One's going to be roughing the passer. I'm sure of that one.
Number 5, Brody Bullock, got to Carter a little late on that, but that was a great job by Carter Hoffman to buy some time and to find Hudson Perry, who was wide open. And I think they may put a face mask on the end of this.
So if it was during the play, I think they can only take 1, not both. But if it is on, this one's on the Rebels and the first one, like we think, was on the Wolves, then those penalties will offset and we'll replay that down. Lots of discussion by the officials.
They're probably talking about where they're going to be having dinner tonight, Cullen.
They could very well be, and they might just have enough time to go to the Crawford Trough. Roughing the passer on North Sevier. And face mask personal foul on North Sevier. That penalty's declined. The roughing the passer is going to give him 15 yards from the end of the play. So that's going to result in a Rich Rebel first down and take them all the way up to the North Sevier 31-yard line. And the Rebels have had plenty of time to huddle. They're ready to go, just waiting on a whistle from the official. Hoffman under center. 2 receivers right. I formation in the backfield. 2 receivers left. 1 receiver right. I formation looks like Carter Grohl and Sam Leifson in the backfield for Carter Hoffman.
Still trying to figure out the position of the ball, or maybe trying to get the other referee up to the line of scrimmage.
The White Hat had to run all the way back to the 30 and to the Rebels 30 and pick up his flag. Hoffman takes the snap, hands off to Leifson up the middle, where he bounces off one guy and battles for a second chance, picks up 2.
I think Brandon Vaught, number 64, who's a senior, who also is all over the stat sheet for the Wolves, makes the tackle. He picks up 3.
That's a pickup of 3 for Leifson to the 27-yard line. 2nd and 7 for 28-yard line, 2nd and 7 for the Rebels. Hoffman breaks the huddle. He's got Daniel Smith all alone to his left. Trips to the right. Shotgun with Hudson Perry in the backfield. He's going to drop back to pass, where he's met with pressure real quick. Finds Perry. Perry with a stiff arm. Breaks 2 tackles. He's still on his feet up to the 15-yard line, where he's brought down by Crowley and Braden Williams, and that's a heck of a job by Hudson Perry with a stiff arm, and then breaks another tackle. Hudson runs hard, Rob. You got to give the sophomore that. He runs hard.
He is no quit in him, and I'll tell you this, he's got a great pregame routine, and that's taking a little snooze in the weight room.
Let's just hope he doesn't have what his older brother had and gets cramps all the time. Hoffman under center. Doubles right, doubles left. Perry in the backfield, and he's going to hand off to Perry up the middle, where he's met immediately by Brandon Voigt. Perry did get back to the original line of scrimmage, so that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Rebels on their own on the North Sevier 16. 7-0 for North Sevier on the Station on Main scoreboard. 2:30 left to go here in this first quarter, as the Rebels have sustained this drive fairly well. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Carter Grohl in the backfield. Hoffman under center. Hoffman takes the snap, drops back to pass where he's got pressure, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield by number 33.
Hagen Olsen, a sophomore, but Carter's getting a lot of pressure.
And that's getting, wow. That brings them all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Loss of 9.
3rd and 19 for the Rebels. Hoffman in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Design screen to Sam Leifson. He's got plenty of room. And Crowley meets him at the 17-yard line. Crowley come up quick. They did not have that screen read, and as soon as Sam got the ball, Crowley come quick, and good open field tackle on Sam Leifson, who got back to the 17, which is a yard shy of the original line of scrimmage. But from the 17-yard line, Rob, I do believe we are on 4 down. Or, I mean, looks like the Rebels are going to go for it. Hoffman in the shotgun with Hudson Perry to his left. Trips left, 1 right. Hoffman takes the snap. It's going to be a little counter to Drake Weston, and that's going to be read very well.
Hagen Olsen, number 33.
By Hagen Olsen, where he didn't gain anything, didn't lose nothing, got back to the line of scrimmage, but that's going to be a turnover and downs for the Rebels. So the North Sevier Wolves will take over from their own 18-yard line. 39 seconds, 40 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. North Sevier 7, Rich 0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And Frischnick under center pitches to Crowley around that left side, where Crowley makes one guy miss, comes down, and he's stopped by Leifson, but not after picking up the first down, up to the 32-yard line. And 28 seconds left on the clock now.
14-yard pickup for Crowley.
Clock starting to run now. Close to the end of the first quarter here. First and 10 for the Wolves. Sends a guy in motion, ball on the field, and on the exchange it was fumbled. Fischnick to Quincy Lofgren, but Fischnick was able to dive back on the ball, so that's going to be a loss of about 4, but that's going to be the end of the first quarter, and we're going to take a quick little break here. You're listening to a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Football, live and online at mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 FM KADQ.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cash back for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories
That's why I was close.
plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When you're hungry for an amazing breakfast, just like Grandma used to make, visit our bakery on Main Street in Randolph. We hand make fresh pastries for you to enjoy. Supporting the Rich Rebels and thanking you for your business, visit our bakery today.
And welcome back into the broadcast booth of this T7 propane presentation of Rich Rebel football on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ. Start of the second quarter, 12 minutes on the clock. As Frischneck in the shotgun takes a snap, hands off to Crowley on that right side where he hits that hole hard. Gets up to the 36-yard line. It's going to bring down 3rd down and 6 for the Wolves.
I think Carter Grill number 1 on the stop on that one, Cullen.
And Crowley just hit that hole hard, and he was at the linebackers before I could say anything.
Picks up 8 yards.
So 3rd down for the Wolves. Frischneck in the shotgun once again. He's got 2 receivers right, 1 left. Sends Crowley in motion. He's going to hand to Crowley to the outside on this left, where he is going to be hit pretty quickly by J.J. Chandler, number 73, and Carter Hoffman, number 8. Crowley picked up 1 on that one. He's going to bring up 4th and 5 for the Wolves.
Drake Weston is dropping back, anticipating the punt, and number 18, Braden Hammond. Another one of your seniors. This is a senior-laden team, Cullen.
Yeah, Drake Weston deep to receive the punt. The snap, the kick, decent end-over-end kick, lands about the 34-yard line where it's going to bounce out of bounds at the Rebel 31-yard line where the Rebels will take over 1st and 10. 10:26 left in this second quarter. North Sevier 7, Rich 0 on the Station on Main scoreboard, and we're going to stay right here. Rob, give us some thoughts for the first quarter.
Well, you saw North Sevier take that opening drive, and with a 7-play drive, went straight down the field. The Rebels put together a 15-play drive, but unfortunately stalled out. I think that quarterback sack was critical on 3rd down and left it at 4th and forever.
Yeah,
but the Rebels have a better field position this time, Cullen.
They definitely do, and Hoffman breaks the huddle. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Hudson Perry next to him. That's going to be a designed run by Hoffman, and he's going to gain about 1 yard where he's brought down by 55.
Who I do not have on my stat sheet.
I do not either. Bardanino on the tackle. As we're told by the North Sevier has their own broadcasters up here, so so that was not Bardanino. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Hoffman in the shotgun, takes a snap, little high snap. He's going to try to run straight up the middle where he's going to be brought down at the 30-yard line, so a loss of 2 for the Rebels. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. And the defensive line is definitely winning the trenches so far in this game, Rob.
I agree, and we talked about that as one of the keys of the game.
As Hoffman breaks the huddle. Dylan Wasden way out left. Drake Weston to the inside. Hudson Perry in the backfield. Hoffman in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right. Hoffman takes the snap. He was looking to pitch and nothing there. Just nothing going for this Rebels offense this drive.
Cooper Thurston, and number 50 with the tackle. And again, as soon as he takes that ball, he's got people in his face.
And that's going to be a loss of 3 back to the 27-yard line. Bring up 4th down and 14 for the Rebels. Fonsbeck deep to punt.
He averages about 35 yards a punt, Cullen.
And I can't see. That looks like Crowley back deep for the Wolves to receive. Fonsbeck gets a half spiral kick, lands at the 46-yard line, takes a Rebel bounce, and going to go out about the 37-yard line by the looks of the official's hat there. So the Wolves are going to take over on their own 37-yard line, up 7-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard in the second quarter with 8:26 left to go. And Frischneck breaks the huddle, comes up under center. He's got one receiver right, one receiver left. I formation is going to hand to Crowley up the middle where he's going to make one guy miss. Gain of about 8 where he's brought down by Easton Eborn and Daniel Smith. Second and 2 for the Wolves from the 45-yard line. And both sides of the ball, the line's been won so far by the North Sevier Wolves. Frischneck under center, takes a snap. He's going to fake the pitch and pass to
Drake Weston read that one perfectly.
He did, and that was a little swing pass to 16, Coy Wasden. And Drake read that perfectly. Wasden come out of the backfield, and that's going to be a 2-yard loss for the Wolves. 3-yard loss for the Wolves back to the 42-yard line. 3rd and 6. 7:16 left to go in this second quarter. And Frischneck goes all the way to the sideline to get the play from the coach.
If he breaks that tackle with Drake, he's off to the races. Great open field tackle by Drake Weston.
Double tight end set for the Wolves. Frischneck takes a snap, pitch outside to the right side to Crowley where Hudson Perry comes up and just puts a deafening hit on Crowley right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to gain of 1 for the Wolves. Bring up 4th down and 5 for the Wolves. Looks like Hammond coming back on to punt. Weston standing back on his own 17-yard line to receive. Hammond gets the snap, little punt, gets a Wolves bounce, landed about the 32, and it's going to be downed for no return at the 22. As the Rebels are going to take over 1st down and 10 from their own 22-yard line. 6:17 left to go in this second quarter. North Sevier 7, Rich 0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And let's see if Rich can get something going here because the last 2 possessions for either team have been 3 and out, if I'm correct.
The last 3 possessions have been 3 and out. After that long drive, or the 7-play drive from the Wolves to begin with and the long 15-play drive from the Rebels, it's been 3 and out, 3 and out.
Hoffman in the shotgun. Trips to the right, singles receiver to the left. Hudson Perry in the backfield. Takes a snap, drops back to pass. That's going to be a little swing pass out to the right side to Drake Weston where he's met by Hammond. Looks like he got, did he get a yard there, Rob?
No, I don't see Jaden Larson moving a whole bunch on the sidelines with the stick. So I think it's completed for no gain.
No, they are going to give him 1 yard up to the 23-yard line. So it's going to be a gain of 1 on that reception. Hoffman to Weston. 2nd and 9 for the Rebels. Hoffman breaks the huddle. He's got trips to the left. Daniel Smith by himself to the right. Hudson Perry to Hoffman's left in the backfield. Hoffman takes a snap, rolls to the left, looks to pass. He's got a receiver, Drake Weston, where it's broken up by number 4, Quinson Lofgren.
Another senior.
And we got some laundry after the fact. Lofgren's helmet come off. This might be unsportsmanlike conduct on Lofgren. When he come up with a big flex, and in high school sports you can't do that. So we'll discuss see what the official says here, but yeah, that's going to be a dead ball, unsportsmanlike on North Sevier. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty and a Rebel first down.
And that was the roughing the passer penalty on the Wolves that kept that drive alive earlier, so maybe this penalty can push a little momentum.
So that's going to put the Rebels up to the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Hoffman's going to be in the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left, with Hudson Perry in the backfield to his right. Hoffman takes a snap, drops back, looks like a design screen to Drake Weston where he's got a little bit of room, cuts it to the outside, down the sideline where he's met by 18 Hammond. Another flag on the play. This might be a late hit personal foul on the Wolves. Or it could be a sideline warning on the Rebels. We'll see. Nope. It's going to be a personal foul. Late hit on the Wolves. That's going to be another 15-yard penalty after that. How many yard pickup?
20-yard catch.
A 20-yard pickup on that screen play to Drake Weston. And that's going to bring the Rebels all the way up to the North Sevier 28-yard line. 1st down and 10. Hoffman in the shotgun with, and we got another whistle.
Got a timeout by Coach Larson.
Timeout, Coach Larson. With that, we're going to take a timeout, and we'll be right back. This T7 propane presentation of Rich Rebel football live on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ.
When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement water troughs and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515.
And welcome back to the broadcast booth of this T7 propane presentation of Rich Rebel football on the My Local Radio Sports Network. 5:14 left to go in this second quarter. 1st and 10 for the Rebels from the Wolves' 28-yard line, where the Wolves lead 7-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Hoffman in the shotgun. Trips left. One single receiver to the right. Takes a snap, drop back to pass. He's got Daniel Smith at the 8-yard line. We got a flag come in. Daniel makes the catch at the 8. This could be offensive PI, Rob.
I had the thought about that, Cullen, but I'm going to hold my tongue.
And if I would remember to do the Stacy's Repair replay, we could have looked at it, Rob.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not that good.
The Rebels are backing up, so I don't think this one's going to stand. Daniel was fighting to come back to the ball. Oh, it's going to be defensive pass interference.
Penalty is declined. Defensive pass interference. That penalty is declined. So that's going to be 1st down and goal for the Rebels from the 9-yard line. After that reception by Daniel Smith, and he did. He done a good job to come back to the ball.
I've got Carter without an incomplete pass for 100 yards in this first half, Cullen.
That's pretty good.
That's rough stats. You know that.
Yes, definitely not official stats. Those will be put in later when I rewatch the game. Shotgun formation for the Rebels. Carter Grohl in the backfield, trips left, one receiver to the right. That's just going to be a design draw play to Carter Hoffman up the middle, where he's going to gain a couple and met by a host of Wolves.
Going to get him down to the 4-yard line?
No, I think that's a 7.
Oh, is it just a 1-yard gain?
Yeah, 1-yard gain. Ball on the 9. 2nd and goal for the Rebels. And they definitely have keyed on Hoffman running the ball today.
Well, that's what the coach said from the Wolves, that they had watched plenty of film. They knew Hoffman was key.
Hoffman in the under center. I formation with Grohl and Weston in the backfield. And Hoffman with the snap is going to hand off to Weston, where he is met immediately by Thurston and Olsen.
Number 33, Hagen Olsen.
We got a clock stoppage. Looks like we got a rebel down on the field.
And I think that might be Dylan Fonsbeck.
It looks that way.
Trying to make a block on that outside edge as the tight end.
3:55 left in this second quarter. And we're going to take another quick little break. We'll be right back to this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel football on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Got to give a shout out to Cam Jarman, the physical therapist who helps the Rebels. Cam does a fantastic job helping Dylan Fonsbeck off the play.
So that was a 3-yard loss by Weston.
He was met immediately as soon as he got that ball.
He was. They read that one perfectly. So that we got third and goal from the 10. 3:55 left to go. 7-0 North Sevier on the Station on Main scoreboard. Hoffman takes a snap, looking for a receiver. Has one in the end zone, and that's going to be incomplete. That was Daniel Smith. Incomplete. That's going to bring down 4th and goal from the 10. And with Fonsbeck on the sideline.
You read my mind, Cullen. He is your kicker, and I think he's got good range from there for a field goal attempt, but when he's getting attended to by Cam Jarman on the sidelines, you've got to go for it on 4th and 10.
Yeah, you definitely do. So see what Coach Larson comes up with here as they break the huddle. The Rebels break the huddle. We're going to have trips to the left, single receiver Dylan Wasden to the right, Hudson Perry to Hoffman's left in the shotgun, takes a snap. He's going to pitch it to Hudson, where Hudson's trying to get the corner. Is he going to get the corner? He gets it. Touchdown, Rebels! That's going to bring the score, Station on Main scoreboard, 6-7 in favor of North Sevier, pending the PAT. And it looks like Fonsbeck's going to hobble out with the tee in his hand. 3:42 left to go in the second quarter.
Great play by Carter Hoffman on that one because he made the defender commit, and then he made the pitch to Hudson Perry, and he was gone.
And Hudson did a great job to get around that cornerback and get to the pylon and score there. So the Rebels in that goofy formation they've had.
Goofy, Cullen.
Goofy. Goofy formation. That's what I'm going to call it. Come back in. Hoffman looks to hold. Fonsbeck to kick. The hold, the kick. Kick is up. And it's going to be a tie ball game. 3:42 left to go in this first half. 7-7 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And we will be right back. This T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel football on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 KADQ.
When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement water troughs and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515.
And welcome back into the broadcast booth. 7-7 on the Station on Main scoreboard. 3:42 left to go in the first half. where the Rebels just had a 10-yard run by Hudson Perry on 4th and goal from the 10 to tie the ball game up. Fonsbeck gets the whistle, runs up, boot to ball, where it's going to be a short kick and go out of bounds. That's going to be an illegal kick on the Rebels. So more than likely that is going to be North Sevier taking the ball at the 35-yard line. 3:42 left to go. As Rob says he can't hear me through my headset, so hopefully you guys can hear me at home. So the North Sevier Wolves are going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. And Frischneck talking to his running backs. It's going to have 2 in the backfield, 1 receiver right, 1 receiver left. He's under center, sends Hammond in motion. Ball's on the field, and that's going to be recovered by the Rebels. Number 8, Carter Hoffman. He tried to pick it up and go score, but he was on his knees when he picked that one up. But that is going to be a fumble recovery for the Rebels.
We talked about it in the big pregame show. Cullen, turnovers are huge, and that one was right in Carter's pocket. Unfortunately, he's already had his knees down when he picked it up.
So the Rebels are going to take over on the North Sevier 31-yard line. 1st and 10 after that fumble recovery for Carter Hoffman. And I got to give Coach Tyson Larson a little credit here. Jet Holmes was doing a little excessive celebration there. And after the unsportsmanlike already called on North Sevier, Coach Larson went all the way out to the numbers to tell Jet Holmes, no more of that. So as Hoffman in the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Perry in the backfield. He's going to fake that handoff to Perry, keep it himself where he is met by a couple of Wolves. And imagine that, number 50, Thurston.
Cooper Thurston, number 50. Yep, he has made some great tackles today.
And number 64, Brandon Voigt, meet Hoffman in the backfield for a loss of 2. Going to bring up 2nd down and 12 from the 33-yard line. 3 minutes left to go in this first half. Hoffman breaks the huddle. He's got trips to the left, Daniel Smith to the right, Hudson Perry to his left in the backfield. Takes a snap. It's a little high snap. And he's going to look to pass, and he's going to get sacked by number 33, Hagen Olson, all the way back to the 40-yard line.
And I don't think Carter had any idea that he was right on his tail.
No, he didn't. And that was a little high snap there, but Hoffman was able to handle it as he rolled out to the right here, and Hammond come all the way from the left side of the field. The line's got to find some way to give Hoffman a little bit of time.
More time. That's a loss of 6 on the play.
2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Hudson Perry in the backfield. Hoffman in the shotgun, takes a snap. Same play that they scored on. Pitch to Perry. Makes one man miss. Up the middle, back to the original line of scrimmage.
And maybe pick up an extra yard in addition to that.
And that's a good hard run there by Hudson Perry. And I'll tell you what, Thurston is a pretty big boy. Cooper Thurston doesn't have his size on the, it does, 5'11", 190. To run down Hudson Perry like that, that's pretty good.
Picks up 8 on the play, brings it back down to the 31.
So we got 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Empty backfield, Hoffman in the shotgun, 4th down and 8 or 9 to go. Hoffman scrambles to the right where he's going to be sacked again. Turnover on downs with 1.5 minutes left to go in this first half. And Hoffman's going to be brought down clear back at the 30. Let's see where
37,
they
I think.
This.
And again,
36-yard line.
The defenders from the Wolves were in giving pressure to Carter before he had much of a chance to do anything with that one.
So North Sevier takes over on the turnover on downs. 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line, and 1.5 minutes left to go in this first half. And Frischneck under center sends Hammond in motion. That's going to be a handoff to Crowley around the outside, and Jet Holmes makes a great open field tackle on the left side of the field on Crawley, as Crawley's running hard. Crawley's going to pick up 2 on that to the 38-yard line. Maybe 3, the 39-yard line, excuse me. It's going to be 2nd down and 7 but they must have said he got out of bounds because the clock is stopped with 1:19. And Frischnick in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. 1 back next to him, drops back. A quick pass to number 5, Brady Bullock. He's going to get the edge, and he's going to get out of bounds in Rebel territory. He's ran out of bounds there by Sam Leifson and Carter Grohl. And he gets all the way up to the Rebel 47-yard line on that quick little out play. Pass, Frischnick to Bullock. Going to bring up a 1st down and 10 for the Wolves. 1:02 left to go in the half. 7-7 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Frischnick in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, one running back in the backfield. Fakes the pitch to Crawley. Another pass to Bullock for about an 8-yard gain. Gets out of bounds again. Maybe that's a 7-yard gain. Up to the Rebel 40-yard line. 57 seconds left to go in this first half. And the Rebels have got to pick it up here and stop this. Yeah, they got
to get some defense. You know you're going to get the ball back and start of the second half, but can't give up points with this small amount of time on the clock.
So we got 2nd and 3 as the Wolves break the huddle. Frischnick in the shotgun. He's rolling, fakes the pitch to Crawley, and he finds Bullock again. He's going to make the catch at the 37-yard line, gain a couple yards to the 35. That's going to bring a 1st down for the Wolves up to the 34. 1st and 10 Wolves, 45 seconds left to go. But
I think they have all 3 timeouts left.
They still have all 3 timeouts, yes. So we got 2 receivers left. 1 right, sends Crawley in motion, takes a snap, a little handoff to Hammond up the middle, where he's met by Carter Hoffman at the 30, and that's going to bring a timeout Wolves. And we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to the Rich Rebel Football on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
28.7 seconds left to go in this first half.
Fixed.
28.7 left to go in this first half. North Sevier is driving. They're on their Rich Rebel 30-yard line. 2nd down and 7 to go. And the Rebels defense, let's see what they can do here, see if they can make a stand. As we come out of that timeout, it's a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel football on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Frischnick shotgun, fakes the pitch to Crowley. He's going to find Bullock crossing on a cross pattern, and he's going to make it out of bounds to that right side after picking up the 1st down up to the Rebel 17-yard line. 22.7 seconds left to go. 1st and 10, North Sevier. We got to find an answer for Bullock on the crossing pattern.
He's an easy target. He's wide open each time coming through. We got a timeout on the defensive side of the ball.
Timeout Rich. That's going to be their second charge timeout. 22.7. We're going to keep it here this time, Rob. And the Rebels defense really has to step up here and keep them out of the end zone because they do get the second half kickoff.
They do, but Wolves have had plenty of time to run that play, and then Rebels haven't found an answer for it yet. They're doing a good job covering the receivers downfield and not biting on the fake to the pitch, but 10, 15-yard pickup on each one of those is put them down. They started this drive on their own 35.
But it makes me kind of wonder, you've ran that same play, what?
3 or 4 times at least.
4 or 5 times in this drive. When is the pitch coming to Crawley? Because Crawley's been pretty impressive so far in this game. So we're coming out of the timeout. Frischneck's in the shotgun. He's got Hammond next to him, sends Crawley in motion, fakes the snap, and he's going to have Hammond in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolves. And that was a good shot there by Frischneck. And Hammond had a step on the defender and finds him in the left corner of the end zone.
Got a step behind Jet Holmes, who was on the coverage.
Update the Station on Main scoreboard. It's going to be 13-7 on the Station on Main scoreboard. 16 seconds left to go. They're looking for the tee on the North Sevier sideline. Hammond gets it. Crawley, once again, is the holder. Point after touchdown attempt coming up.
Looks like we got some movement on the front line, which is going to back this one up a little bit to try it again.
Yeah, it's going to be false start on the offense. Back them up 5 yards.
Rebels look like they were jumping there a little bit. Maybe that's what caused a little bit of nervousness on the offensive line from the Wolves.
So this PAT is going to be attempted from the 8-yard line instead of the 3. And Hammond seems to have shown a pretty decent leg so far in this game, so once again, Hammond to kick, Crawley to hold. The snap, the hold, and the kick is no good, and that could come up huge for the Rebels later on in this ball game. Want to tell us a little bit about that last quick 2-minute drill?
Yeah, that was perfect 2-minute offense right there, and it was all pass. There was a run to begin with, but that was impressive. When I talked to Coach Cornea this week, he was more worried about the run from the Wolves than he was about the pass. And from what we've seen, number 21, James Crowley, do from the running back slot, you can understand, but that was all pass on that drive.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to do something in our secondary to take.
And it was both sides, passes to the right, passes to the left. It wasn't picking on just one side of the secondary.
The big ones were the tight end Bullock coming over the middle, and he would get to the sideline and get out of bounds. You know, we can have them 17-yard gains, but you can't let them get out of bounds. You've got to meet them right away. And so Hammond's going to tee up the ball. 16 seconds left to play in this first half. 13-7 in favor of North Sevier on the Station on Main scoreboard. And North Sevier in that bunched up formation once again. The whistle blows. Fake the onside kick. And then they run out to normal formation. And Hammond back. Takes his run to the ball, foot to ball, and that's going to be received by Hudson Perry, but it went through his hands into the end zone where the Rebels are going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line with 16 seconds remaining. And I would almost think that Coach Larson's going to be content to just go into victory formation and head into the locker room and try to make some adjustments.
I would agree. You know you're going to get the kickoff, start the second half, 16 seconds. Don't want to do anything that is going to give an interception or a fumble.
If Hoffman had had a little bit of time here in the first half to throw the ball, which he hasn't had, I might throw one deep, but maybe they're not going to kneel down on it. Hoffman under center, Perry in the backfield. Hoffman takes a snap, and it's just going to be a quarterback sneak up the middle, and Hoffman's going to cut it out to the left where he makes a couple people miss. He's going to get the first down up to the 31-yard line.
Number 4, Quincy Lofgren, had a shot at him, a senior, on that outside edge, but Hoffman turned the corner, picked up the first down. You still have the clock's running. I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's going to be the end of this first half, where the North Sevier Wolves lead your Rich Rebels 13-7, and we will be right back with some first half highlights after these messages from our sponsors. You're listening to the Rich Rebels on this T7 Propane broadcast on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Rich County, Utah is a place where your neighbors are also your friends. A community where traditions matter and every person is important. These community values translate into an excellent school system filled with caring individuals who are committed to each student and their success in the classroom, on the field, and in life. In partnership with the entire community, Rich School District empowers learners to attain excellence through citizenship, wellness, collaborative teamwork, and academic excellence.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
And welcome back to the broadcast booth of this T7 Propane presentation of Rich High Football on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ. I'm going to see if I can get the scoreboard off of there for just a second so we can see the royalty. There's Ellingford brothers. Oh. See the homecoming royalty this year for the Rebels. Ellingford brothers are going to get another little plug here. So, King and Queen is Tony Maldonado and Faith Downing. First attendant is Drake Weston and Cassie Argyle. Second attendants are Carter Hoffman and Cass Argyle. I guess that would be the jester as Hillary.
And Draven Marshall, but I'm not sure why they didn't throw them on.
Hillary's on top of the hood, on top of the roof.
Nope, there you go. I'm not seeing Draven out there. That's probably the one we're missing.
Okay, so we're going to take another quick little break before we get into our halftime show here on this T7 Propane presentation of My Local Radio. T7 Propane presentation of Rich High Football on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 KADQ.
Rich County, Utah is a place where your neighbors are also your friends. A community where traditions matter and every person is important. These community values translate into an excellent school system filled with caring individuals who are committed to each student and their success in the classroom, on the field, and in life. In partnership with the entire community, Rich School District empowers learners to attain excellence through citizenship, wellness, collaborative teamwork, and academic excellence.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
And welcome back into the broadcast booth of this T7 Propane presentation of Rich High Football on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ. And we're going to go quickly to our Standout Student of the Week, and we will be right back after that.
Rob Leifson, I'm here with Faith Downing, who is our Standout Student for the Week. Faith is the daughter of Cullen and Amanda Downing, and her grandparents, Marty and Linda Downing, also in Woodruff. Now, we should have mentioned this about your family. So your older brother, Jacob, is currently serving as a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Zimbabwe, South Africa. And then you come along, tell me about the rest of the siblings down the line.
And then after Jake, it's me, and then my little brother Bronk, and then Hazy, and then Baylor and Colt.
There you go. And what did you do this summer for employment?
I just worked for my dad building fence.
I know that because my son was involved in that as well. Tough work in that heat and some pretty tough roads to travel on. Faith, let's first talk a little bit about the honor you received this week. You were selected to be homecoming queen. So what responsibilities will that put on your shoulders?
Yeah, I get to speak at the program, even though I haven't wrote my talk yet. We're working on that.
Yeah, it's not till Friday, so you got a little bit of time. Get to wave to everybody in the stands during the halftime of the football game. So let's talk a little bit about your academics. Senior year, what kind of classes are you taking, and what's the goal with your education?
Right now, I'm getting my CNA, and then I'll be able to graduate with my associate's degree too.
That is amazing. Kudos to Rich School District to give you those kind of opportunities, to get both a nursing degree and an associate's. Any thoughts about your plans after high school, though I realize you still got a whole senior year to go?
I plan on serving a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints the following fall. And then after, I plan on just going to nursing school and then just hitting a bunch of rodeos.
Okay, you brought up rodeo. You've participated in rodeo club before, but what are you doing this year?
This year, I'm just doing jackpots wherever I can find them and just going and competing in team roping and breakaway.
So who's your team partner in team roping?
Actually, so I usually have several different partners throughout the night. So I can usually pick my dad or my brother or whoever's there and just rope with them.
Perfect. Here come the tough questions. So would you prefer a roller coaster or a quiet time at the lake?
Quiet time at the lake.
And what would you like the world to know about Faith Downing?
I am hardworking and as easygoing as it comes.
Faith, I appreciate your time. Good luck with your senior year and enjoy the memories of homecoming. And we'll talk to you soon.
And we want to thank T7 Propane for sponsoring our Standout student, and thank Faith Downing and Rob Leifson for taking the time out to do that interview as you got to watch the cheerleaders perform in the backfield, as they done a great job. And with that, we're going to take another quick little break on this T7 Propane presentation of Rich High Football on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7 services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane for all your propane needs.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
And welcome back into the broadcast booth. Cullen Pace with Rob Leifson on this T7 Propane presentation of Rich High Football. Live and online on mylocalradio.com, and also you can also listen in on 98.3 FM KADQ. So Rob, kind of an up and down first half for the Rebels. So let's go into a few first half highlights.
Well, the Rebels won the toss and deferred, and so kicked off to the Wolves, and they took the ball, started on their own 35, and put together a nice 7-yard drive that no negatives in there, mostly run, and number 21, James Crowley, was the highlight of that one. I've got him with 11 carries for 55 yards in the first half. The Rebels take over and put together a 15-play drive. Unfortunately, it stalls on our own 17-yard line. Most of that running plays with Carter Hoffman. You got to give him carries on the sacks. So he's had 13 carries, but only a total of 4 yards. North Sevier takes over with about 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. So that was pretty much it. 2 possessions in that first quarter. And they put together another drive. But have to punt. The Rebels take over, 3 and out. North Sevier, 3 and out. This takes over on their own 22, and it goes down in the books as only a 7-play drive. Started on the 22-yard line, but it was aided by several penalties. Unsportsmanlike conduct, a pass interference penalty, and 4th and 10, and nice pitch by Carter Hoffman to Hudson Perry, and Hudson uses his speed to get the corner, ties it up at 7 with 3:42 to go in the first half. And then we thought momentum had shifted, Cullen. The first play in the next possession for the Wolves, they fumble. Carter Hoffman recovers at the 35, but that drive goes absolutely nowhere, and we turn it over on downs pretty much at the same location, about the 38-yard line, with only a minute and 19 seconds left on the clock. But the best under 2-minute drive of the ball game for sure by the Wolves, aided by perfect passing. I've got Ryland Frischnet, 7 for 7 with 1 touchdown for a total of 78 yards, which included a 17-yard touchdown to Hammond right in the corner of the end zone. Got behind Jet Holmes for a beautiful touch pass, and with 20 seconds on the clock for halftime, and that wraps it up. I guess maybe the key would be when I had the point after a touchdown attempt, there was a movement on the offensive line, so bumped him back 5 yards, and on the second attempt, it was short. Now, when I talked to Coach Jay Howe earlier today, he was concerned about penalties, and that has been an impact. That's kept 2 drives for the Rebels alive that maybe would have stalled out. But you're only down 6 points. This ball game is long from being done, Cullen.
Yeah, definitely. And, there were some highs and lows in that first half. We fizzled out on that long drive and ended about, I think it was the 24, where turnover on downs. But all in all, it's been a pretty decent ball game. I think it's the stat sheet's fairly even, both sides of the ball, other than what we've been good at this year so far, Rob, is our rushing yards, and I don't think we have very many today.
No, there really isn't, because, obviously Carter's only got 4 yards with all those sacks going in there. His passing has been good. I've got him for 7 of 8 for 100 yards, but the other carries, Drake Weston, 3 carries for 2 yards, Samuel Leifson, 2 carries for a -1, and Hudson Perry, just 2 carries, but for 10 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, so definitely some adjustments need to be made in the locker room. We got about 5 minutes left. We're going to take another quick break, and we will be right back with some more Rich Rebel football on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ.
Rich County, Utah is a place where your neighbors are also your friends. A community where traditions matter and every person is important. These community values translate into an excellent school system filled with caring individuals who are committed to each student and their success in the classroom, on the field, and in life. In partnership with the entire community, Rich School District empowers learners to attain excellence through citizenship, wellness, collaborative teamwork, and academic excellence.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789 877-5202.
And welcome back into the broadcast booth of this T7 Propane presentation of Rich High Football on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 KADQ, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Had a nice lineup there. We just caught the tail end of that, Cullen, but the student body and the cheerleaders and some of the parents had a nice line coming out of the locker room for homecoming with blue smoke in the air. I'm not sure where that came from, but nice job to try to get these Rebels psyched out for the second half.
Definitely. And the fan base is here. The Rebels got to get pumped up, ready to play. So my adjustment is give Carter Hoffman some time in the backfield.
Yeah, he has not had, as soon as he's had that ball, somebody's been in his face. And some of those screen plays have worked, so it looks like he's getting pressure, but those are designed to let those defenders come through. But on those quarterback power runs, which we've seen so many times this year, he's not had much of an option at all.
No, he hasn't, and he's got to have time to find some receivers downfield. We did have the nice big gain with the catch plus the pass interference. They declined to Daniel Smith down here in the right corner of the south end zone. But other than that, Carter hasn't had a lot of time to throw.
No, it's impressive that he's 7 of 8, which a lot of those have been swing passes and screen passes. And some of those, the one was total improvisation because he didn't even throw it one-handed. Looked like more was a two-hand push that he got to Hudson Perry on that one.
Kind of like an Aaron Rodgers little shovel pass or something, but definitely got to get some time in the backfield for Carter Hoffman, because if he can get a little time in the backfield and open up the passing game more than the screens have, that's going to open up the run game.
It will, and the run game really has been non-existent. I think the longest run from scrimmage is probably 5 or 6 yards.
Well, 10 yards.
Oh, that's 10 yards. Yeah, Hudson's run to the corner would be the longest run of the game for us.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, we've bobbled both the kickoffs. Yeah, so special teams has not been great.
The 2 punts have no return as well that the Wolves have done. And as far as the North Sevier offense, we saw really 2 different ball games. I was all running to begin with, and then that 2-minute drill at the end. Beautiful passing, and all of a sudden you find yourself in the end zone.
You know, and honestly, I think you get a 1:19 left and a half, and I think you go into a prevent defense, which I don't think you ought to do. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not second-guessing Coach Lex Cornea. I'm just saying my personal opinion. We need to do what's caused 3 and outs and everything like that throughout the first half. And I think they dropped back and gave those short little drop-off crossing patterns a little too much room, where I don't think we were attacking Frischneck quite enough. And we do need to get some pressure on him in the second half.
Yeah, the amount of pressure that Carter's had to deal with, Frischneck has not had to deal with that. And I don't know if the fans can pick up the sound below us, but that was Dom Anderson on the drums. The band is right below us in what would normally be the concession stands, and they've been providing music all day long for homecoming.
Yeah, and I think we'll take a little bit of time and give a shout-out to the pep band, which is Dom Anderson. He's a senior. Jared Carver, senior. Jasmine Ennis, senior. Jasmine Erickson, senior. Della Stringham is a freshman, and Hazel Wilson is a freshman. And then we got our Rich High cheerleaders, Peyton Clough, senior, Camry Call, senior, Jasmine Ennis, senior, Hillary Rex, senior, Allie Livingston, senior, Carly England, junior, Ashlyn Stevens, junior, Avery Weston, junior, Bryn Christensen, sophomore, Kelsey Heiner, sophomore, Christy Hazley, sophomore, Irie Carlisle is a freshman, Quincy Call is a freshman, and Jordan Reese is a freshman. And we're about ready for kickoff for this second half. Drake and Hudson back deep to receive. Hammond does his little run-up, fake, onside kick, gets to the ball, steps back, takes his steps, and he is going to jog up to the ball, foot to ball, Good high kickoff. Hudson running up to get it. Bobbles it just a little bit at the 15. He's got a block from Drake Weston. As Daniel Smith made a very good decision because he would have had a block in the back. And he's getting yelled at by Coach Perry, but Daniel Smith made the right choice there. He was going to hit him in the back. But Hudson Perry from the 15 gets it up to the 27-yard line.
Yep, 27.
Where the Rebels will take over 1st and 10.
We talked in the pregame show, well, we better get to this play.
And Hoffman's under center, 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Perry in the backfield. And looks like a broken play. So Hoffman runs up that left side behind Jordan Johnson, Boston Jolly. I can't tell who that other one was. Picks up 3 up to the 30s. So that's going to bring 2nd and 7 for the Rebels. Got whistles. Clock stopping. What's going on here? The officials have stopped the clock at 11:33 left in this third quarter. Hey, I even have that right on the station on main scoreboard. I'm getting better at this, Rob.
Next, they're making the player leave because of maybe blood. Brody Bullock had to take a step to the sideline.
Hoffman under center. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Handoff. Nope, fakes the handoff to Perry up the middle. Takes it around that left side where Crawley meets him. He carries him for about 3 yards for the Rebel first down up to the 39-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Rebels. And Crawley was there. Hoffman just ran through his arms, and Crawley stayed with it and still got the tackle. That's a good hard run there by Carter Hoffman. Under center, he takes a snap. Hands to Hudson Perry this time, where he's going to break it to the outside, break 2 tackles. Crawley tries to bring him down, breaks another one. Crawley reaches him from the back after Hudson gets it up to the 12-yard line of the Wolves, the 11-yard line, as Hudson broke that one wide open. And once again, I missed the Stacy's Repair replay, and I apologize.
41-yard run by Hudson.
And Rebels are hurrying up. Hoffman under center. He's going to hand off to Perry again, where he's going to break it to the outside, cut inside, and he's going to score from 12 yards out. That's another Rebel touchdown, 13-13 on the station on main scoreboard. 3 plays coming out of the locker room. Maybe the coaches hyped him up just a little bit in there.
Obviously they saw something, because that was a whole different running game than we saw in the first half, Cullen.
Update the station on main scoreboard. And the Rebels are going to line up in their goofy. No, they're going to come back into the middle. Drake Weston, the snapper. Carter Hoffman is going to hold. Dylan Fonsbeck, the kicker. And we got the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good as the Rebels take their first lead of the ball game with 10:54 left in this third quarter. 14-13, Rebels ahead on the station on main scoreboard. And Rob, we talked a little bit in the pregame about the JV game. The first of the JV game, I got to see the first drive, and North Sevier just marched all over us. Halftime, you reported when we was in doing the volleyball game, and it was halftime, you said was 14-7 for North Sevier. When we got out here to set up to do this game, we're in double overtime. So the JV team didn't give up, and it looks like this varsity team isn't going to give up either.
Well, 2 runs by Carter Hoffman and 2 runs by Hudson Perry, and you're in the end zone.
Yeah, and Hudson's running really hard, and it was to the left side of the line the whole time behind Jordan Johnson and Boston Jolly. All 4 plays. So as Fonsbeck tees up the ball, takes his steps back, and Crawley is standing on his own 14-yard line to receive this one. Fonsbeck raises his hand, gets the whistle, little jog up, foot to ball. Good high kick where Crawley's going to pick it up at the 11-yard line, bring it to this left side where he's going to get to the outside. Riker Kirk missed him, but then Tony Maldonado drives him to the ground. after a good return by Crawley up to the 40-yard line where the Wolves are going to take over 1st and 10 with 10:44 left to go in this third. And Crawley made a good move there to make Riker Kirk miss. He had a chance at him. And so let's see what adjustment the Wolves made while they were in the locker room. Frischnick breaks the huddle. It's going to be a double tight formation, one receiver to the left. Wing formation in the backfield, takes a snap, and it's going to be a handoff to Hammond to that right side. He cuts back to the left, where he is going to get hit after a gain of about 8 by Daniel Smith. But that was a broken play, and Hammond made a good cutback to the middle, and our middle linebackers had just bit. So that's going to be 2nd and 2 from the 48-yard line. You see the officials talking to Carter Hoffman out there. I don't know what they're talking about, but if Carter's listened to me a little bit, he's joking with him. Because I've told him it's a lot more fun when the officials are having fun, so you might as well joke with them. Frischnick breaks the huddle. He's got one receiver right, one receiver left. I formation in the backfield, sends a guy in motion. It's going to be a hand up off the middle to Crawley. He's going to break a couple tackles, and then he's going to be brought down by Talon Pace, Carter Hoffman, and looks like Jordan Johnson in on that one also, but he picked up the first down up to the Rebel 49-yard line. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 Wolves, and they went from passing the ball in their 2-minute offense right back to running the ball.
Who was the carrier on that one, Cullen?
That was Crawley.
Okay.
And that was a good hard run by Crawley, and he found a hole. The original hole wasn't open, but he found one.
Yeah, it looked like Drake Weston nearly had him in the backfield.
And Frischnick in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left. He's going to hand off to Hammond up the middle. He's going to cut back where he's going to be hit by – no, the ball comes loose, but he's going to be whistled down, which is the right call. Hudson Perry had him. He broke that tackle. And then he met Carter Hoffman, and Carter just stood him straight up. But that's a 5-yard gain up to the 44-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Wolves from the Rebel 45-yard line. 8:46 remaining in this third quarter, 14-13 in favor of the Rebels on the Station on Main scoreboard. Play gets ran into the huddle. Frischnick breaks the huddle. And he's going to go, he's got a wing formation, double tight, takes a snap, pitches outside to Crawley. He's running to the right where he is met by Hudson Perry after a gain of about 2. And that's a good open field tackle by Perry. He just took his ankles out. Wow. I don't like. Both line judges have stayed at the 42, but the officials set the ball at the 43. So I don't. Oh, they're going to move back now because that's going to be the line of scrimmage. Frischnick under center. It's going to be a pitch to the left to Crawley. And there's going to be a hold. It's coming back as Hudson Perry broke right through the line, had it read, and he's going to get held on this left side. And the line judge says, yep, that one's a hold.
We mentioned it in the pregame. This is one of the things that North Sevier was concerned about, and that's one of the things that's plagued them a little bit this year. It's been penalties.
And it showed even in the first half there, Rob. We had an unsportsmanlike. We had, 3 personal fouls, I think. 1 was declined. And they're waving it off. Waved off the penalty, so the ball is going to be spotted at the 41-yard line.
So a pickup of 1.
And it's going to bring up 4th down and 3 as the official winds the clock. 4th and 2, excuse me. Huge play for North Sevier. Huge play for Rich. If they can get a stand here with the lead, 7:31 remaining left in the third quarter. 7:20 left to go. Frischnick breaks the huddle. Double tight. Sends a guy in motion. And that's going to be handoff up the middle to Crawley as he's going to spin out of a tackle and pick up the first down for North Sevier up to the 37-yard line. And he was hit. He didn't have it, and he spun right out of that tackle. I didn't see who that was. I didn't even see who brought him down. But
it was actually Carter Hoffman that brought him down, but that is the 15th carry for James Crowley with 66 yards in the ball game, and nothing bigger than that one.
1st and 10 for the Wolves from their 37 or from the Rebel 37-yard line. Frischneck in the shotgun. He's going to drop back to pass, and he's going to overthrow his receiver who had a couple steps on Daniel Smith, and that was Coy Wasden.
I may be wrong.
Hagen Olsen, excuse me.
That is the first incomplete I have seen from the Wolves.
So that's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Wolves from their Rebel 37-yard line.
Had a receiver deep, but I think the linebackers may be the ones that maybe were culprits for not having that one covered.
As Frischneck breaks the huddle. Looks like he's going to go under center. I formation in the backfield. One receiver right, one receiver left. Looks like a tight end to the right side. As he takes the snap, and that's going to be a handoff up the middle to Crowley as he bounces it to the outside, and he's going to be brought down at loss of one
Easton Eborn
by Easton Eborn.
And there was a chance to have him in the backfield, but he still made.
They gave him the line of scrimmage.
They gave him the line of scrimmage.
So that's going to be 3rd down and 10 from the 37, and that was a great job by the Rebel defensive line. There was a lot of penetration there. Made him bounce it to the outside, and the defensive end, Easton Eborn, was there to clean up what the middle lineman had done.
I think we're looking at 4-down territory here, Cullen.
So Frischneck in the shotgun, trips to the left. He's going to roll to the right, drop back, and he's going to throw the little out pattern to Bullock, but it was a little low, hit the turf before Bullock could make a move on it, so that's going to bring up 4th down and 10.
And this one could be huge. Get a stop right here. Daniel Smith, number 16, on coverage on that one.
And that one was just a timing route between Frischneck and Bullock, because Bullock hadn't even turned, and Frischneck had already turned the ball. So if that ball's in place, that's going to be a catch, because Daniel doesn't know when he's making that turn. So we break the huddle. We got trips to the right, single receiver to the left, one running back in the backfield. Shotgun, takes the snap, drop back to pass. Going to get a little pressure, and he's going to underthrow
Wasden.
Hammond.
Nope.
Hammond, number 18. That's going to be a turnover on downs for the Wolves. So the Rebels are going to take over at their own 37-yard line. And I think that's the best field position other than the fumble recovery they've had the whole game.
And 5:57 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah.
We'll see if the offense can click as well as it did in the last possession.
The Rebels are up 14-13 on the station on main scoreboard. Hoffman under center takes a snap, and that's just going to be a quarterback sneak up the middle where he's going to gain 2 yards. Brought down by 64 Vaught.
That's 16 carries for Carter for 18 yards.
2nd down and 8, 5:36 remaining in this third quarter. Hoffman under center, 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left, and he's going to try to pull the ball from. Sorry, folks. He tried to pull the ball from Hudson Perry, but the ball ends up on the ground. Hoffman goes down to get it, and he definitely has control of that ball and then gets drilled while he's on the ground.
Looks like there's no gain.
Coach Lex Corney is asking this line judge, why that wasn't a late hit, because, Hoffman definitely had control. The whistles had blown because his knees were on the ground, and then he gets hit. So 3rd down and 8. Hoffman in the shotgun, trips to the left, single receiver to the right. And he's got a little time there looking for Daniel Smith, and that's going to be incomplete. And Crawley got a fingertip on it, it looked like to me. So that's going to bring up 4th and 9 for the Rebels. From their own 39-yard line, looks like Fonsbeck's going to come out to punt. 4:43 remaining in this third quarter, and you got Crawley, who has been pretty dangerous, standing on his own 25-yard line to pick this up. Drake Weston to snap. The snap goes, bounces once. Fonsbeck still gets a good high kick off, and he calls for the fair catch, where he's going to pick it up at the 35-yard line. And that's a good job by Crawley there to call for that fair catch and then still make that catch running up like that. It was kind of dangerous. He probably should have just let it bounce.
Yep, that is a dangerous catch. Well, it doesn't flip the field much. The last possession, the Wolves started on their own 40. This time the 36.
So the Wolves take over 1st and 10 from their own 36. 4:36 left in this third quarter. 14-13 Rebels are up on the Station on Main scoreboard. Frischneck in the shotgun, sends Crawley in motion. He's going to hand it to Crawley, who makes one guy miss and is able to stumble for a gain of 4 up to the 40-yard line.
Talon Pace, number 60 on the tackle.
And that was Carter Grohl who tripped him up. And Crawley was able to stumble forward till Talon hit him there at the 40. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Wolves from their own 40-yard line. 4 minutes left in this third quarter. And Frischneck is going to one receiver right, one receiver left, sends the one left in motion. He's going to hand off to him on the jet sweep, and he is going to be gain about 15 yards, 16 yards across midfield before he's hit by Wilkes Weston and brought down at the Rebel 48-yard line. 1st and 10 North Sevier.
12-yard pickup. That was, who was the runner? Sorry, Cullen?
I believe that was number 4, Quincy Lofgren. As Frischneck's under center, since it's going to be that same jet sweep to this other side to number 34, and he's going to pick up about 12 yards, 13 yards, where he's hit by Drake Weston and brought down at the Rebel 35-yard line. So it's another 1st down for the Wolves.
Well, we ended the last drive with 3 incomplete passes, Cullen, and now you get 3 positive runs.
And on that run was number 34, Cameron Walquist. So we got 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Sends Crawley in motion. He's going to fake the handoff, drop back to pass, and he's going to find Olsen wide open, where he's going to pick up some yards after catch for sure on that one. He caught that about the 23-yard line, and he's brought down by Samuel Leifson at the 14. So that's going to be another 1st down.
They'd ran that play before, Cullen, and they missed the pass, but it was the linebacker core that was not there to cover that one out of the backfield.
Frischneck breaks the huddle. He's going to line up in shotgun. He's got trips left, 1 receiver to the right, single back, takes a snap. He's going to make a quick bubble pass to number 4. Lost his footing. They didn't blow it dead, so his knee must not have touched, but that's Lofgren, who gets a gain of 6. Up to the 9-yard line. 2nd down and 4. 2 minutes left.
Puts Frischneck over 100 yards passing.
Frischneck breaks the huddle. He's going to line up under center. 1 receiver right, 1 receiver left. And that's going to be that jet sweep again, where he's hit by Hudson Perry, spins out of it, ends up falling down about the 2-yard line, maybe 3-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down, so it's going to be first and goal, North Sevier from the 3. And Hudson needs to wrap up on that. He hit him enough and hard enough that he ended up coming down, but he was able to spin out and catch a couple more yards before he did hit the turf. Frischnick under center sends Hammond in motion. He's going to fake the handoff to him, handoff up the middle to Crawley, where he's met immediately by number 60, Talon Pace, and number 8, Carter Hoffman, for a loss of 1. Second and goal, 55 seconds left to go in this third quarter. And that was a great read by Hoffman from the linebacker position, and Talon was able to shed a blocker and make that tackle. So it's Frischnick under center. One receiver right, one receiver left. I bet we see somebody in motion and run that jet sweep again. No, we don't. We're just going to pitch it outside to Crawley, where he's going to be met at the 1 and brought down by Sam Leifson. So third and goal from the 1. And that was a great hit by Leifson there to keep Crawley out of the end zone. Third and goal for the Wolves. 9 seconds left to go in this.
I don't think we're going to get this play off. I think that's going to be in the third quarter.
So with that, we're going to take a quick little break. We'll be right back. You're listening to the T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Football on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ.
And now a message from the experts at Bear Lake Realty.
Welcome to Legacy Beach. Great beaches in the summer, 10 minutes from Beaver Mountain in the winter. Townhomes now starting at $649 for poolside townhomes.
And welcome back into the broadcast booth. We want to thank Gary McKee there at Bear Lake Realty for anything you need realty-wise over in Bear Lake. Give Gary McKee a call, 435-946-8888. And with that, we will come back to the live cam and this T7 Propane presentation of Rich High Football on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Start of the fourth quarter, as I update the scoreboard. We have third down and goal from the 1 for the Wolves. With the Wolves are trailing 13-14 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And they are now headed left to right, north to south. And let's see what the Rebel defense can come up with here. Wishbone formation, takes a snap. He's going to hand off up to, that was number 50, Thurston on that carry.
Trying to use one of their big players. He's middle linebacker.
And the left side of that Rebel defensive line, Jordan Johnson and Talon Pace come up huge there. Gets that stop. Fourth and goal to go for the Wolves. As Frischnick breaks the huddle. He's going to line up under center. One receiver right, one receiver left. And he's going to pitch it to Crawley around the outside, where he's going to be met by Hudson Perry and Drake Weston and stopped. The Rebels defense comes up huge on that one. And they're going to take over on downs from, it looks like that was a loss of 1. So from their own 2-yard line, they're going to take over on downs. And that stop was huge by Hudson and Drake. That just huge.
They met him right on the corner of that edge. Looks like they're putting the ball on the 1.
So they met him right at the line of scrimmage. And I'd be, if I was a betting man, I'd be willing to bet it's going to be Carter Hoffman right up the middle here.
I'd bet you're going to be right, Cullen.
So Hoffman under center. He's got trips right, one receiver Fonsbeck to the left. And the snap, and Hoffman up the middle, where he is going to bowl forward to about the 7-yard line. And that's a great job by the line to lead him up there. And then Hoffman with his second effort. That might even... it's about the 6. So about a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 5 for the Rebels. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Hoffman under center with Carter Grohl behind him. And that's going to be a handoff up the middle to Carter Grohl. And he's going to bowl his way forward across the 10 to the 12-yard line. That's going to be a first down for the Rebels. And that's a good hard run there by Grohl. I didn't see who made the tackle, but just a good hard run by Grohl up the middle. As the Rebels break the huddle. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Hudson Perry in the backfield. Hoffman under center. He makes his cadence, and that's going to be, he's going to pull that one, fake the handoff up the middle to Perry, and then he is going to carry Hammond for about 3 yards for a short gain. But Hammond met him in the backfield, and he carried him for about 3 yards. Maybe about 4. Looks like a gain of about 2. Maybe 3. 2nd down and 7 is what the scoreboard says. 9:30 remaining in this ball game. Rebels lead 14-13 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Hoffman under center. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Perry in the backfield. And they fake the handoff to Perry. Hoffman scrambles to his right where he's going to throw the ball. And it's going to be over the top of
Daniel
Smith's hands. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Rebels. It's going to stop the clock at 9 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in this 4th quarter.
Looked like Carter could have maybe tucked that one in. Got that edge, Cullen, but...
And maybe he's seen something that we didn't.
Yep, that's definitely possible.
As Hoffman breaks the huddle. He's going to come up under center. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Perry in the backfield. And Hoffman gets the snap. He's going to hand off to Perry up the middle, who's going to gain about 1 yard. It's going to bring up 4th down and 6 for the Rebels. 9 minutes left in this 4th quarter. And I do believe that's going to bring Fonsbeck on to punt. And if he's ever going to have a good punt, now would be the time, Rob.
Yeah, the last couple haven't gone too well. He's been averaging about 35, 40 yards on the punt. But he got a lot of pressure last time.
So Drake Weston the snap. Fonsbeck gets a good high punt off. Going to be no return here. That's going to take a Rebel bounce. It landed Rebels 44-yard line and bounces all the way across midfield to the North Sevier 42, where they're going to take over 1st and 10 with 8:35 remaining in the ball game. 14-13 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
Well, after taking over at your own 1-yard line, to flip the field to the 42, that's not bad.
No, it's not. Let's see if the Rebels defense can come up with a big stop here. I don't think it can get much bigger than the stop they had that last possession of North Sevier. But Frischneck in the shotgun, sends Crawley in motion, fakes the handoff, and he's going to throw, and that's going to be complete to Olsen, where he's met immediately but carried Drake Weston for a couple yards across midfield to the Rebel 49-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 1. Frischneck breaks the huddle. He's going to line up under center. He's got 1 receiver right, 2 in the backfield, and he's going to fake the pitch to Crowley, and then he's going to find Bullock on this right side on that crossing pattern again, where Daniel Smith forces him out of bounds, but that's going to be a North Sevier first down at the Rebels' 38-yard line.
11-yard pickup.
They've got to do something to stop that crossing pattern of Bullock. As Frischneck comes up, he's in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left. He's going to step back and throws behind Bullock. That's a little quick out pattern. He threw behind him. Bullock tried to make the one-handed grab, and he wasn't able to. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Wolves from the Rebels' 38-yard line. 7:50 remaining in this ball game. 14-13 in favor of the Rebels on the Station on Main scoreboard.
It's like a little shift up on the front line as Boston Jolly comes in, trying to get some pressure on the quarterback.
And I think Coach Corney is just trying to keep fresh bodies in on that defensive line. We've seen quite a few substitutions throughout the game. Frischneck breaks the huddle, and he's going to line up in the shotgun. He's got trips to the right, single receiver to the left, Crawley in the backfield with him. And he's going to be a quick out to Hammond, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of 8 by Samuel Leifson. So that's going to be 3rd down and 2 from the Rebels' 30-yard line. And that was the receiver just stepped back behind the line of scrimmage and caught. It was just a quick pass. And then they had decent blocking in front of him, and Samuel Leifson was able to bring him down before he picked up the first down. Frischneck is going to line up under center. 1 receiver right, 1 receiver left, sends one in motion. Handoff, that's that jet sweep they've been running. And picks up the first down. He's going to be brought down. Who was that? That was, I believe that was Daniel Smith that brought him down.
Pick up a 10. That's down to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, another red zone trip for the Wolves. 1st and 10 from the 20. Frischneck breaks the huddle. 1 receiver right, 1 receiver left, 2 in the backfield. Frischneck under center, sends one in motion. It's going to be that jet sweep again. And he's going to be met by Drake Weston in the backfield and brought down at the 22-yard line, loss of 2, and that's a great job by Drake Weston.
Great open field tackle.
And that was number 4, Lofkin, on the carry. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 12 for North Sevier.
And you got 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Half the 4th quarter is gone, Cullen.
Yeah, Rebels defense needs to step it up like they did the last drive here. Maybe get a turnover, force a turnover. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, sends Crawley in motion. And he's going to fake the handoff, and he's going to throw deep to Hammond. And Hammond makes one heck of a catch over the top of Sam Leifson. And Sam was right there, and Hammond was able to just jump up and catch it over the top of him. So that's going to put the score 19-14 in favor of North Sevier on the Station on Main scoreboard. 5:54 left to go in this 4th quarter. 22-yard touchdown pass, Frischneck to Hammond. And I think they're going to go for 2. Make sure we can't win it with just a touchdown. Frischneck under center. 1 receiver right, 1 receiver left, 1 in motion. Fakes that jet sweep. He's going to step back to pass. He's got a receiver. And Bullock is able to bring that one in, number 5. And we've got a flag on the play. Let's see what this is. I believe that's going to be after the fact, so that 2-point conversion is going to count.
Now we got a flag in the middle of the field and 1 on the edge, Cullen.
I'm betting it's unsportsmanlike. Discussion here. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. And that's probably going to be assessed on the kickoff. Yep, the point after touchdown was good. So that's going to bring the station on main scoreboard 21-14 in favor of the North Sevier Wolves. And with that, we're going to take a quick little break on this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel football on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ.
Welcome to the town of Randolph, located in northern Utah. The first group of settlers came from St. Charles, Idaho in March of 1870. We are a town of great extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 degrees in the winter, and we hold the record for the coldest temperature ever recorded in Utah at minus 50 degrees. Randolph is a small, friendly community that strives to preserve our rural heritage and small town feel. Enjoy the feeling each time you visit Randolph. Go Rebels!
And welcome back into the broadcast booth, where North Sevier just scores and goes up 21-14 on the station on main scoreboard, but then that unsportsmanlike penalty drops them back to kick from the 25-yard line. As Hammond's back to kick, Drake Weston and Hudson Perry are deep, standing on their own 20, and that's going to go over their heads into the end zone for a touchback. So that's one heck of a kick for Hammond after that penalty that could have hurt. So Rich is going to take over from their own 20, first and 10. Got 80 yards to go in 6 minutes.
Plenty of time.
And that, I mean, Hammond, the kicker, just come up huge for the Wolves there.
6 penalties for 65 yards for North Sevier, 2 for 15 for Rich.
So from their own 20, Hoffman breaks the huddle. He's going to be in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left, with Hudson Perry to his left in the backfield. Hoffman takes a snap, and he's going to pitch it out to Perry, who's going to make one guy miss, try to get to the outside. Picked up a block by Drake Weston. And he's going to pick up about 5 yards up to the 25-yard line. 2nd and 5, and that's a great run by Hudson to make that first guy miss. Picked up 1 block by Drake Weston. As Hoffman breaks the huddle. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left, under center. Perry in the backfield, and he's going to hand off up to him up the middle, and Perry's still fighting. Looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage. He thought he broke the tackles, but the officials had blown it dead. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 minutes remaining in the game. 21-14 in favor of North Sevier on the station on main scoreboard.
Just across the 25, so it's 3rd down and about 4.5 yards for the Rebels. Under 5 to go in the game, 1 score, North Sevier lead.
As Hoffman breaks the huddle, line up under center, 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left, Perry in the backfield. And Hoffman takes the snap, and he fakes the ball to Perry, and that's going to be a counter play fake to Drake Weston. He's going to break away. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, and he's going to get to the end zone, but we have a flag on the play. And once again, I did not get the Stacy's Repair replay. I apologize, but I do believe this one's coming back. Let's find out what we got.
Looks like Daniel Smith is pleading his case.
Holding on the offense. Now that is past the line of scrimmage, so I do believe that's a spot foul.
Yeah, so it's going to be a 1st down.
It's going to be a 1st down, so that's going to be from the 43. That's going to take him back to the 33, but that's going to still be a Rebel 1st down. 4:21 remaining in the 4th quarter. And that hurts.
Yes, it does.
So 1st and 10 for the Rebels from their own 33-yard line. Just had the touchdown called back. 4:21 remaining. As Hoffman breaks the huddle, he's going to line up under center. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Perry in the backfield. Hoffman takes a snap, and he's going to fake the handoff to Perry up the middle and then follow Perry. Gain of 1, so that's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Rebels.
Number 64, Brendan Vaught with the stop on that one.
Second and 9 for the Rebels. 3:55 remaining in the ball game. Hoffman under center. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Perry in the backfield. As Hoffman takes a snap, he's going to move to the right. He's going to fake the handoff to Perry, come around the outside, and he's going to get hit after gaining about 9 yards for the first down as Crawley brings him down. That's going to be a first down, Rebels. 3:38 remaining in this ball game. Rebels are down 7. Clock's running. 44-yard line for the Rebels. 3:30 remaining as the Rebels break the huddle. We got 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Perry in the backfield, Hoffman under center. Hoffman takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Perry. It's going to be that same end around to Drake Weston, but the Wolves read that one perfectly as Drake fights to get back to the original line of scrimmage where he is brought down. That's going to be second down and 10. Under 3 minutes remaining to play. The Rebels break the huddle. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. This time Hoffman in the shotgun. Perry to his right.
Going to call a timeout from Coach
looks
Larson.
like Coach Larson's going to call a timeout. With that, we're going to be right back. You're listening to a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel football on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
And welcome back into the broadcast booth, and hopefully you can hear the Rich Rebel pep band down below us. 2:37 remaining in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Rebels. Hoffman in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Gets the snap, and that's going to be a quarterback draw up the middle following Perry, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards. It's going to bring a 3rd and 5 for the Rebels. 2:26 remaining from their own 49-yard line. And they're going a little hurry-up offense.
Watch for a hard count.
2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Same play up the middle. Hoffman breaks it free, and that's going to be a first down, Rebels, as Hoffman crosses the North Sevier 40 to the 38-yard line. 1st and 10, Rebels. Rebels are in the hurry-up offense. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left in the shotgun. Same play. Hoffman's going to cut this one to the outside, to the right side, where he's going to pick up about 4, maybe, 4 up to the 34-yard line where he makes it out of bounds. That's going to stop the clock with 1:55 remaining in this fourth quarter. 21-14 in favor of North Sevier on the Station on Main scoreboard. 2nd and 6 to go.
Second down, 6 yards to go.
From the 35-yard line. As the Rebels decide to huddle with the clock stopped. Hoffman under center, 2 receivers each side, and that's going to be the quarterback sneak up the middle. And Hoffman's going to power through. He's near the first down. Is he going to get it? We got 1 receiver, 1 official waving, the other one not. the 29-yard line, so I don't think he's quite there. That's going to be third down and less than 1. Hoffman under center. Another quarterback sneak, but he's going to pick up the first down there.
Got a timeout coming from Coach Larson. I guess they're not going to give him the first unless they're going to measure this.
They might measure, but with that, we'll let you know what happens after this break. Word from our sponsors. You're listening to T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel football on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
And welcome back into the broadcast booth of this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel football, all on the My Local Radio Sports Network. And as we come back, the officials did decide that was a first down Rebels after that timeout. So we got 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line of North Sevier, 1:36 remaining, 21-14 in favor of North Sevier on the Station on Main scoreboard. Hoffman from the shotgun takes the snap, pitches to Perry to this left side where he's met by Crowley. Ball come out, but he maintained possession till he hit the ground, so that's going to be a ground cause fumble, but it's also going to be a loss of 2. Bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Rebels from the 30-yard line. The Rebels are in the hurry-up offense.
Going to have to call timeout.
And Coach Larson's going to call his 3rd and final timeout, and we will be right back after these messages from our sponsors. This T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel football on mylocalradio.com and 98.
Welcome to the town of Randolph, located in northern Utah. The first group of settlers came from St. Charles, Idaho in March of 1870. We are a town of great extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 degrees in the winter, and we hold the record for the coldest temperature ever recorded in Utah at minus 50 degrees. Randolph is a small, friendly community that strives to preserve our rural heritage and small town feel. Enjoy the feeling each time you visit Randolph. Go Rebels!
And welcome back into the broadcast booth. We got a barn burner here, 1:19 remaining, 21-14 in favor of North Sevier. On the Station on Main scoreboard, no timeouts for the Rebels. They've got the ball on North Sevier 30. Hoffman takes the snap. He rolls to his right. He's going to look deep. And it is caught by Drake Weston. Touchdown, Rebels! 30-yard pass, Carter Hoffman to Drake Weston, and that was just beautiful because the defender, number 3, Ephraim Bernardino, was right there on top of him, and Drake was able to make the catch as he's falling to the ground. So that's going to put the score 20-21 is still in favor of North Sevier.
And it looks like you may be going for 2.
Let's see what Coach Larson does here. He's still got Drake Weston, the long snapper, out there. Normal center Talon has come to the sideline.
And there goes the tee.
And Talon goes back on the field. So they are going to go for the win with 1:09 remaining in this game. Point after touchdown coming. 3 yards. This is huge. This could be huge right here. Well, it is huge. This is the ball game. And North Sevier is going to take a timeout, and we're going to keep it here. What do you think, Rob? What would you do?
I've seen too many games like this, Cullen. I have no idea because Dylan Fonsbeck has been pretty much automatic. And that 2-point conversion earlier was critical. Daniel Smith had perfect coverage in that corner, I thought. They still got the catch, and I'd like the tie because I think you got momentum to go in overtime, but you've also got Carter Hoffman, who's been averaging 3 or 4 yards on every one of these runs on this last drive. What did we decide? 12 plays of run, and then you drop a 30-yard pass to Drake Weston in the corner. So
I think I agree with you, Rob. I think I'm going to kick this ball. One of the reasons why is we've talked about it a couple times in this game. The JV game went double overtime, and Rich was able to pull it out. Still no tee on the field. Looks like Coach Tyson Larson believes in his kids, so.
I haven't got a whistle from the White Hat yet.
One play is going to make all the difference in this ball game. 1:09 remaining. This is an untimed down.
Doesn't always come down to one this late in the game. This is it. Mason Diesel Services key play of the game here for Hoffman under center.
Carter Hoffman under center, and he's going to be stopped. He doesn't go anywhere as they run that quarterback sneak. That is huge. Just a big, huge play by the defense. 1:09 remaining. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Football on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Welcome to the town of Randolph, located in northern Utah. The first group of settlers came from St. Charles, Idaho in March of 1870. We are a town of great extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 degrees in the winter, and we hold the record for the coldest temperature ever recorded in Utah at minus 50 degrees. Randolph is a small, friendly community that strives to preserve our rural heritage and small town feel. Enjoy the feeling each time you visit Randolph. Go Rebels.
And welcome back to the broadcast booth. This T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Football on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ. And I think the 2-point conversion is going to be the story of the ball game, where North Sevier leads 21-20, 1:09 remaining in the ball game. Dylan Fonsbeck tees up the ball.
We've seen onside kicks done differently a little bit this year, Cullen. Rather than just going for the 10 yards, cutting a little pooch kick over that front line and seeing if you can get somebody that can catch it.
And Talon with the onside kick, and that's going to be covered up by North Sevier at the 48-yard line.
And the Rebels do not have a timeout left, Cullen.
No, they don't.
No way to stop the clock.
And that was Talon Pace with the onside kick, as Dylan Fonsbeck looks like he's approaching. And that was a good job by North Sevier to just fall on the ball. 1:09 remaining, and North Sevier is just going to go into victory formation, down this a couple times, and that is going to be the ball game. Frischneck downs it. They're only going to have to down it one more time. 40-second play clock, so if they wait till that hits 40, and I think that's what the White Hat's just telling him right now. So that's all we're waiting for, is the clock to hit 40. Frischneck will take one more snap. And that's going to do it right there, folks, as Frischneck takes the knee. Your final's going to be 21-20. North Sevier pulls out the win on homecoming. Not from lack of try from the Rebels, that's for sure.
Absolutely not. Great game. This was an entertaining one.
Very entertaining game. So with that, we will be right back with your Independent Software Solutions post-game show. You're listening to a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Football on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
And welcome back into the broadcast booth. This T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Football, live and online at mylocalradio.com. And you can listen in at 98.3 FM KADQ. Heartbreaker for the Rebels on homecoming. Comes down to a 2-point conversion or kicking an extra point. They decide to go for 2 and fall up short. Big play by the North Sevier Wolves defense. You got to give credit where credit's due.
They had the defensive stop at the goal line by the Rebels to put them into that position to begin with, and this one was a heartbreaker for homecoming. It always is.
Definitely it was. So we're going to go straight into our Freaky Fast recap, and I'm going to bring Rob Leifson right back into it.
Well, the North Sevier Wolves put points on the board with 14 seconds to go in the end of the first half, and then a penalty for illegal procedure pushed them back, and they missed the PAT, so the halftime score was 13-7. The Rebels came out on the first drive of the third quarter, and in 4 plays went 73 yards. Hudson Perry with an 11-yard touchdown run, and the PAT was good, and it was 14-13 Rebels. North Sevier gets the ball and turns it over on downs on the Rebels 37. 3 and out for the Rebels. North Sevier takes the ball back, and we still have possession when you start the fourth quarter. They turn it over on downs. The Rebels, unfortunately, unable to take it anywhere, and that was the stop. The 4th down at the goal line, that was the stop. So the Rebels started on their own 2-yard line, got it out to the 17, and actually got a good punt from Dylan Fonsbeck with a good roll, and North Sevier takes the ball over at the 42. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plays and a 22-yard touchdown pass from
Frischneck for Brody Bullock.
Yes, and then it was the 2-point conversion. Cullen, a pass to the corner that made it 21-14, and then the Rebels take over, and Drake Weston catches a 30-yard touchdown pass from Carter Hoffman to draw the score to 21-20, and that's when the decision-making came. Do you kick the extra point, send it into overtime, or do you go for 2 in the win? And went for a quarterback sneak right up the middle, but I think North Sevier had a good idea that's what was coming, and Carter was unable to get anywhere on that one, and that stop did the ball game.
It definitely did, and, let's go back to the final touchdown of North Sevier and 2-point conversion. I don't think you can honestly ask for better coverage from Sam Leifson on the touchdown or Daniel Smith on the 2-point conversion. They were right there. Those were very well-placed balls.
And the coverage on Drake Weston for the touchdown from the North Sevier side. I don't remember who the defender was, but he was well covered on that one as well.
Yeah, those were very well-placed balls by both quarterbacks, and kids just made plays. And that's what this game's all about. You got to make a play. So, once again, your final score, 21-20 for North Sevier. They pull out the homecoming upset here in Rich, Randolph, Utah. And we will be right back with your precision play of the game. Dr. McKay Frankham precision play of the game, that is. right here on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankham. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankham, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankham at 789-8910.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
And welcome back to the Independent Software Solutions postgame show on this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Football, online at mylocalradio.com and listen in live at 98.3 FM KADQ. And we are going to go to our Dr. McKay Frankham precision play of the game, and for that I'm going to go to my broadcast colleague Rob Leifson. Rob, what do you got?
Yeah, this one's a tough one, Cullen, but I think I'm going to give the play of the game to that 30-yard touchdown pass from Carter Hoffman to Drake Weston, which set up the chance to either tie or take the win. That was a perfectly thrown ball and a great catch by Drake in the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, definitely, and it was. And we talked before the game, and I think we need to give our runner-up too, Rob, honestly, and that Drake Weston's included in that one also. But Drake Weston and Hudson Perry, in North Sevier's possession before that, make a huge 4th and goal stop at the 1-yard line to bring down Crawley, the best running back of North Sevier, at the 1-yard line. So we went back and forth during the break there trying to decide where to go, so I think we ought to just mention them both. But that is your Dr. McKay Frankham precision play of the game, and when we come back, we'll have your Crawford Trough player of the game on this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Football on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Make your day even better by indulging in delectable, freshly prepared classics at the Crawford Trough. Come enjoy succulent cheeseburgers, rich raspberry shakes, crispy onion rings, or golden fries, and pair it all with our exclusive River Bridge soda. For another favorite, try a grilled chicken wrap or a yummy twisted ice cream cone. Make the perfect dining experience with our delightful Crawford Trough staff. Treat yourself to something delicious from the Crawford Trough in Randolph.
Woodruff Corner Store is hometown convenience. Now serving ice cream or shakes from our new soft serve machine. And remember, you can always stop in for a fountain drink with all your favorite mix-ins. Summer hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
And welcome back into the broadcast booth. And I don't know where our lovely stuff is on the screen. But anyway, we're going to go to the Crawford Trough player of the game on this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Football. And with that, I'm going to go back to Rob Leifson.
This one's a tough one going, but we talked at halftime that the offensive and defensive line for the Rebels that was one of the keys of the game to begin with, and they were getting
manhandled.
Carter did not have a whole lot of time, and the North Sevier running backs had their way up front. So I'm going to say that's probably the biggest change is the offensive and defensive lines. I'm going to give the player of the game to those poor guys up front who grind it out every game and don't get a lot of recognition, because that was the biggest change. That drive when we came out in the second half, 4 plays, and you're in the end zone. And they did put a stop to the North Sevier running game. So we'll give the player of the game to a whole bunch of players, and that would be the offensive and the defensive line.
Yeah, and, to go along with that, the 30-yard touchdown to come up with a big decision. What do? You go for the win, you go for the tie. Carter had quite a bit of time to make that throw, so
which he hadn't had it earlier in the game.
I definitely like that choice. And with that, we're going to move right straight into our Woodruff Country Corner calendar update. And I know for one fact, our next broadcast will be tomorrow as I travel to Manila to see if our own Lady Rebels can avenge an earlier season loss, 3 straight sets to the Manila Mustangs. And first serve is 1:30. Pregame will start at 1 o'clock. And what else do we got, Rob?
Well, tomorrow you get the cross-country team will be at Taylorsville. And we need to give a shout-out to Dax Jolly, who won the North Summit meet on Thursday. I did not understand when I knew he finished 25th in the meet at Park City. What I did not know until I talked to his dad and also Coach Pugmire, that he went down early in that run. You have that big group that comes out of the chute, and he went down. He was in last place with over 200 runners. Comes back and finishes 25th, but he takes the win on Thursday in North Summit. So they will be running in Taylorsville. I think the bus leaves tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m., so it's an early start for the cross-country team. You also have the homecoming dance tomorrow night from 8:30 to 11:30. And then next week, after a homecoming week, things are a little bit quiet. But the freshmen do have a game here in Randolph against South Summit. There's an Honor Society banquet that night, and then we get the short drive down to Water Canyon to Hilldale. For the Rebels, will be facing the in 1A or 8-man opponent at 7 o'clock. The Cokeville Panthers lady volleyball team will be in town, and if we can get 2 sets of equipment, I do believe Bradley Holmes is going to try to cover that volleyball match here at home as we spend our little time on Saturday driving down to Water Canyon.
Yeah, and that game will be brought to you again by Rob Leifson and myself. And that is your Woodruff Country Corner calendar update. And with that, I do believe we're going to wrap it up. I'm Cullen Pace. I want to thank Rob Leifson for being here with me. I will see everybody tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, back in the booth and production studio. And with that, this has been a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel Football online at mylocalradio.com. And you can listen in live at 98.3 FM KADQ. And with that, go Rebels.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on mylocalradio.com.